Trying to get the skin of your dream for a long time but can't get it in any way? On our website, you have a unique opportunity to get your favorite knife. Users on our site can hand out skins themselves, and participants need to fulfill some simple conditions. For example, watch a video or buy a case on our website. After that, you automatically become a member of the distribution. Go to the User Giveaways tab and do what you like. Hellcase.
Do you have any unnecessary skins or want to sell them? Try SkinPlace. Visit the website, select the skins you want to use. Easily fill your Steam trade link. Make sure we offer good prices and choose a payment method. Hit the button and boom! Instant cash. Safety. Low commissions. Instant payouts. SkinPlace.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another wonderful day here at the CCT. My name is Bob and I'm joined by the wonderful M&J and we'll be the ones guiding you through the first two best of threes. Now before we get into all of the action, you know, all of the games that are happening today, let's check out the format of the tournament and see exactly how the CCT operates, right? Because there's a lot of nooks and crannies that we need to mention at this point.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have stuff coming on your screen. There we go, yeah. So, obviously, the whole circuit got the play-in stages. They took place last week. Now we're into the meat of things, the group stages. We're knocking teams out. We're putting teams through to the playoffs, which will be taking place at the start of next month. So, lots to work through, but all confined into quite a short space of time because we've got, is it 20 of these EU tournaments to take place over the next few months. So yeah, tons and tons of Counter-Strike. And yeah, when you're running that many tournaments, you've got to confine it into these 2-week time zones. So yeah, exciting stuff. Today we've got 4 jam-packed matches for you as well, and we're going to be bringing you through the first 2 of them. Sangal versus Ex-Preasy and Nexus versus Illuminar. And then later on, Happy One Win and Incilo Eyeballers. So some interesting stuff, some high-caliber squads, and yeah, I'm excited to see how they go.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited for both of those games. I mean, I've seen Sangal play in the playing stage, and they look really interesting, right? I think their new roster is it's somehow bless you there, M&J, but somehow their new roster is even more competitive than before, if I can say that. I mean, Ex-Preasy, I don't know if they're gonna have an easy time playing against Sangal here, and also Ex-Preasy, they do have a substitute today. Refresh is not able to play, and it will be Unlele standing in for him, so that's also gonna make for another interesting prospect for Ex-Preasy, because they have to play with a new player, or maybe that's a new potential change that's gonna happen. But yes, that will be.
This is a whole lot more than just a substitution, right? This roster's been in shambles for the past sort of week or so since Preasy disbanded. Obviously, or I say, not the organization folded, so the team sort of went their separate ways. You've got a couple of players within this core. It was quite convenient that this team sort of had their splits. That's not Analele. But yeah, it's quite convenient that this team sort of had their splits at the same time as Sashi being dropped from their organization. And then picking up Espionage, so therefore sort of Nico, Borop were on the market. And therefore they've been able to slip in quite nicely. Obviously Analele standing in for Refresh, and I don't think Refresh is coming back. I'm pretty sure he put a tweet out the other day saying that he's done. And exploring new opportunities and things like that. So this could be here to stay. It's actually quite a strong team, but the problem is it's like brand new, right? They don't even have a ranking. I'm pretty sure they would have got their invite before all of these changes, and they're just trying to glue something together that might work.
Maybe he was not, you know, the top fragger. He was getting a lot of impact frags, right? And I also wanted to mention, since you said, you know, Sangal or Ex-Preasy, right? Preasy, as I've seen yesterday, actually, they actually picked up a new team, but it consists not of the same caliber players as well, and also Sashi, who actually made it to a very big tournament, even though, you know, everybody doubted them and they won against a couple of very good teams. But
I don't think it's gonna be, once again, I don't think it's gonna be a walk in the park here for Ex-Preasy. Yes, sure, Ex-Preasy didn't have to play through the playing stage, right? It was Sangal who had to go through all of that. But they had some very good wins over there against some very good teams. And, well, I'm eager to see what happens here. Of course, this is the 0-1 game. Both of those teams already lost one of the games that they played in the CCT. That doesn't necessarily mean that it won't do good, right? Because Sangal did play against Guild Eagles, and it's not easy to win against a team like Guild Eagles. And Ex-Preasy lost to Zero Tenacity, which Zero Tenacity is also a team that came to the playing stage, so maybe that says something about how this game is gonna go, which I probably... I'm not trusting in those words, but, you know, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take a look at the vetoes. There's a couple of interesting points to sort of touch upon, but we'll have a look at the maps first. Try and work out where we're going. And to be perfectly honest, we don't have too many stats for Ex-Preasy in terms of yeah, what maps they're good on, where they want to go. You know, we could dive into the former Preasy roster data, but at the moment they're playing with 2 players from that squad, so I don't think you can really bring too much into that. And so far on HLTV in the last 3 months, this core of the roster have not really had much success at all. So Mirage and Inferno banned out an Ancient pick for Sangal, and honestly, this gives them so much luxury, right? Now, obviously, I think they would have loved to have picked into a Mirage, for example, but that was insta-banned out. But they've got so many strong maps within this veto that they're kind of happy to play that it doesn't even matter. And right now, yeah, with that Ancient pick, that actually really favours Sangal. They're a fantastic Ancient team, and I think they're going to be comfortable wherever you throw them, to be honest. Playing 6 of the 7 maps versus effectively playing none of them, they're in a really good spot here.
Oh yeah, for sure. That Ancient is the most played map for Sangal, and even though their results yesterday, a couple of losses against Guild Eagles and Bleed, once again, Guild Eagles, a very competent team, right? Even in the group stage, I would have expected to see them straight into the playoffs. And Bleed, usually they weren't doing all that well, but now they look like a very strong team as well. So even though those 2 are losses, then it's still looking pretty good. Now, Vertigo, as you mentioned, MNG, not a lot of information over how Ex-Preasy like to play those maps. I think they only have like 5 maps recorded in the past 3 months, so that's not really all that helpful. But 13 maps played for Sangal and 46% win rate. That's looking pretty good. Anubis as a decider. So, just in terms of win rate, the best one out of those 3 maps is Ancient, then is Vertigo, then it's Anubis. So the further we go into the best of 3, the lower the chances get for Sangal to win the best of 3, at least on paper, right? Because again, Ex-Preasy, they only played a single Ancient and 2 Anubises, so I guess if we do get to the 3rd map, we could expect a 2-1 for Ex-Preasy. I think it's very hard to give off a prediction for this one, MJ, to be honest.
I really do think this is going to be a Sangal win. Sorry, my mic was muted on stream for a second. I was just saying I'm going to throw a bit of a curveball, be a bit negative, and go for a 2-0 Sangal prediction. I think this Ex-Preasy roster, it's just a little too new. And yeah, I don't know. There's a lot that comes with a roster like Sangal, who have
had a fair bit of time together now. They've actually had some fantastic results recently as well. They've been beating some really good teams over the past week. Bait, Zero Tenacity, 9 Pandas, 2-0 against TSM, Alliance within the winning games as well. And the only losses that they've taken were against Guild Eagles and Bleed, who have been fantastic recently. Bleed have been on an absolute tear. They've been pulling some big names. And Guild Eagles are the Guild Eagles, right? They're a major team. So you sort of expect that caliber out of them. So when it comes to this match here, I am actually quite confident that Sangal should be able to take it. But we'll see, I guess. It was quite funny you touched upon the fact that Preasy have picked up a new roster, right? The roster that they've moved to the main team, that was their academy roster. They had an academy squad. It was pretty like unknown because they were a really low tier academy squad. So they were like really young Danish players. They're like 16, 17-year-olds. They're playing in Power League and stuff. Not a lot of people knew about Preasy academy roster, right? But when the main team was dropped, they moved the academy team to the main slot, and the academy team took the main slot's HLTV page, which meant for like a week or so, this like team that didn't even have a ranking, like some of these players didn't even have HLTV profiles, were ranked like top 30 in the world, and they were like, it was just ridiculous. And one of the players put a tweet out saying like, okay, now's the time to reach out to all the organizers, like top 30 teams, send us an invite. But actually, surprisingly, they've been doing quite well since taking under the main banner, and yeah, it's interesting stuff. But underway here with a pistol, Ex-Preasy sending it right up into cave, trying to take as much leg room as they can early on. And into the first 20 seconds, they've actually got a fair bit of space to work with.
Oh, there it is. There's the first kill. Jota taking down TMB. And Ex-Preasy, I think they're waiting for Borup's display, but he's been spotted by LNZ, and, you know, they expected just Ex-Preasy, they start being aggressive, then they start being passive. Also, there's someone pushing towards T-spawn, but Nico takes down Sammy, and right now Sangal are focusing their majority of the forces in window just to try and take down Borup, but they could be backstabbed once more. Oh, Christu, that could have been way worse. Nico, he takes down LNZ, and somehow it starts to look way better for the side of Ex-Preasy. What is going on towards Red Room? In the meantime, Jota, he's looking for Unlele, and it's an easy headshot. This was a very confusing pistol round, but it will be Sangal to take it home.
I think this is what I mean, and this is what I'm expecting to see when I say teething issues, right? That should have been such a free round for Ex-Preasy, right? They had all the space, they had the bomb plant, they had the advantages with the numbers. Christo had a fantastic flank on the back burner as well, and it all fell apart. So, yeah, there's definitely, I don't know, just a breakdown in coordination, a breakdown in communication there as well. That's awkward. That's really awkward. It's not a round that you want to be losing. A silver lining here is that they got that bomb plant. They do have a bit of extra cash to work with. They'll come into this with rifles, and it forces Sangal to come in with rifles as well. They don't want to take the risk on the SMGs. TNB says, okay, we might fumble rounds, but I'm not going to fumble my headshots. Crisp one to get things going. And a man advantage once again for the side.
Once again, we do see the fact that I always like to point this out, which is a little unfortunate as TMB takes down Sammy, that if you plant the bomb as the T side and then you lose the round, the buy is still looking good, which is, you know, kind of unfortunate for the CT side, but we'll see how they deal with it as they did take down TMB. But Jota needs to get the kill here. Borup will do it instead. And it's Youngster and LNZ in a 2-on-4. It's not looking all that well. Youngster getting spammed through the smoke. Oh, and they're getting caught out. Although, a nice headshot from Youngster to try and keep themselves alive. But they will be pinched onto that A site, I think.
Yeah, I mean, just being hunted. No mercy here, but Youngster's still smashing heads, still holding on to this M4. I think at this point, that's where Christo and Nico just kind of reel it in. They say, all right, we can justify sending the Galils and the MAC-10s hunting at them, but these rifles are a little too valuable. So, second on the board. Second round will go the way of Preasy. First on the board for them, tying things up one apiece. Double eco means that Sangal have to buy back into this, and with a couple of saved rifles, it does make that a little bit easier. But yeah, you're right. I mean, you lose the pistol round, you get the bomb plant. you get an extra $800. Plus, assuming that you found a couple of kills, which you probably did if you got the bomb plant, it's extra $300 on every man that gets the kills. Plus, you get the head start with the loss bonus as well, so you're already on 1,900 instead of 1,400. It adds up quite quickly. You end up with around about 3.5k in the bank on everybody. So, obviously an easy opportunity to just pull those Galils out. Executions take place here towards the B side of things. Christo's already out, and he's taking it for free. This feels a little underdefended here for Sangal. Instantly dispatched off.
Now they're going to try to aggress towards mid, right? Try and get an answer, and Unlet is here to try and hold the rotations, but oh, he's going to get some help. This could be pretty bad for Sangal, although he turns around. Peekaboo, it's Jota. Already pushed up through a main. But they realize that the round is probably over. We should just save whatever we have. I mean, X-Cloud, he could go with the Deagle, try and take another weapon. But he does have some util, and that could prove really useful into the next round, where, oh, he also found a FAMAS as well. Because, of course, they did force buy by losing the second round. They did force buy into this one. Not the best result, but at least they got a kill. They will keep 4 weapons, so they can still keep it competitive into the 4th round as well. But it will be Ex-Preasy to get control of the game here, or at least get ahead. And we'll see how Sangal decide to answer back. But so far, Ex-Preasy, you know, not allowing Sangal to get ahead with it. And as long as they start getting rounds and they start putting Sangal into an uncomfortable position, that's going to make it way better for them, right? Because it is a very good map for Sangal once again. They are percentage-wise better on the CT side, although Jota will find a kill onto TMB, and there's the double kill for Jota, and the saved weapons are doing a lot of damage at this point.
Couple of beautiful skills from Youngstar, but LNZ to just take it right back the other way. Sangal will close it out. And, yeah, it is really Youngstar, the superstar on that bomb site. Shutting things down, 2-2, tied up again. This is quite bizarre, really back and forth here between these two squads. A little bit of a low blow in the second with Sangal losing that follow-up round. Now, they should have the wind in their sails. A good opportunity to just pull this further. It's a weak buy for the T side. At face value, it looks okay. You see 4 rifles. Then you realise they don't have the util. And Alele's only down to a Tech 9. And things should be tricky here. Lindsay looking to get aggressive. Hoping for a timing. It's a big old crunch. He's got Jota in the mid as well.
It was a little unfortunate that no one was there from Ex-Preasy. It was an interesting idea, right? Just waiting for... Oh, well, I don't think that's the right moment to swap weapons, but sure. Anyway, Ex-Preasy are looking to play towards the A side, or at least they're grouping up, looking interested in either A or mid. And Sangal did back away from mid, so LNZ could be in a little bit of danger if he keeps shoulder peeking towards mid, but Sammy does rotate in. The smoke will block his vision. Now LNZ can start spamming back, and he does get a little bit of damage done, but Jota towards cave doubles up, and it's a 5-on-3 right now as Ex-Preasy are looking for a potential trade, but Jota, he's just hiding, trying to stay alive. He does need some help though, on 1 HP right now, hiding inside the cave as Sammy's looking in the smoke. Oh, well, that light is always going to give your position away. Sammy, wall bang onto TMB, 62 HP, but that's going to be plenty to still keep yourself being aggressive.
Still the man advantage in a brilliant position here for X-Cloud. Sammy's going to join the party and quick to the trigger. As soon as it's traded, X-Cloud's there to pounce as well. It's not about individuals. It's about just playing for the round, right? Doesn't matter that Sammy's fallen. That AWP will be retrieved. The rifle's shrugged off, and they'll take it their way. Borup surviving after time here is actually a bit of a worst-case scenario, I'll be honest. With 2k in the bank, his teammates don't want to be buying around him. It's going to massively polarize that economy. If everybody else doesn't spend a penny this round, they can buy in the next, except for Borup. This puts him in a bit of a tough spot. I don't think they're going to force here. I think they're just going to say, unlucky, mate. when we're on the buy, you can be down to a Scout, a Galil, a Mac 10, whatever he fancies. Reliant on him getting a kill or two here, though, for that Galil investment. Hoping he can maybe get something done with this AK. Perhaps a bomb plant.
I'm always thinking in those kind of situations, right? You want to be kind of baiting your teammates, try and trade for them. Oh my, okay.
Well, that saved AK. It was worth it for at least that headshot. Sammy will try to cover Red Room, but for now, Ex-Preasy, they are still hanging around. There we go. This is the idea. Just try and allow the pistol to push first, but then the weapon comes into trade. They do get a couple of kills, and Borup, he's still delivering. Sammy, oh, they're gonna mess with his crosshair, but Sammy will take down Borup, and it's all down to Nico. He retreated on M4, so there's still a chance here, but Sammy will close it out in his team's favor. To be completely honest, considering how the round started, where they had the AK for Borup and pistols for the other players, they took down 3 players, so it's pretty good overall. Although it's still the same case, whereas Borup, he's just gonna be able to get himself a Galil, and well, that's about it, right? It's still better than not being able to buy up a weapon. Those kills did help, but in the end, it's still not going to be an AK. They are missing a little bit of util, so that's going to play a part as well. But at least they have a full buy, so they can make it competitive this time around as well.
Nico getting super aggressive down here on Shelf. Big kill onto X-Cloud. The fragging power's not been an issue here for Ex-Preasy. Been converting that into a round that they've had trouble with. Borup takes one back into cave, though. That might be the pincer that they need. Flash out, and allows the swing. Jota's still going to fall. TMB blinded will wipe him out. Young Star left alone. Wow. I don't know how he's not found himself at least one net, but under a lot of pressure, crunched in from both sides. Preasy just kind of back to basics in that round, I feel. Some of these scenarios, right, again, when you're a new roster, you're playing with stand-ins and new players, it's very, very easy to overcomplicate things. And, yeah, for these boys, just sort of saying, you know what, we're overcomplicating things. Let's just fly out mid and find a couple of entries. That's exactly what they do. Send a player into cave, send a player into mid, take your individual fights. They win all of them, and it's happy days.
Now, this time around, Jota's just playing, on the site, and he's actually going to take down Kreese too. I would have never expected from that position to go for a peek. Usually you try and hide, right? Try and allow the enemy to get close so you can surprise them, but no. Jota had a different plan. Wanted to point out that he's not in mid this time around, but, you know, X-Cloud is in cave trying to surprise someone with a CZ. Sammy, though, not gonna spot TMB just yet, but the closer he gets, the bigger the chances. He gets double peaked. LNZ's there to help out. And X-Cloud actually got a little closer, so TMB, he could be sandwiched in right next to the entrance of Red Room. Oh, LNZ doesn't check his angles, but Sammy will be able to trade. There's the kill from Onlele. Took down Jota. But they're at a player disadvantage right now. Although, look at Borup. He has full control over the B site. And I think he heard the rotation as well.
Yeah, the issue he has is that Onlele is a mile away. He's desperate to try and hold on to this, but ideally hoping that a rotation comes through the CT spawn so he can even out these numbers. Instead, Onlele's got to make a deadly cross, and he's not going to be given the luxury. All 3 of them setting up a firing squad to take him. And a flashbang's all he has to accompany him. It's going to fall on deaf ears. He'll try to cross. It won't be successful. Borup at least will be able to snatch that C4 that's gone around the corner. Taps it. The pressure's on. But they're still not going to play into him. Has a little bit of space. Does find himself a headshot onto Sammy. But it's all we'll see. Sangal bite right back. It's a much better round. And whilst they do give up the control to Borup, they're very aware of where that bomb's placed and know exactly how to deal with it. It's fantastically played. And yeah, as I say, just not to get hasty and rotate through CT there and kind of keep your head screwed on. Very important. They do exactly that.
Where's Sammy coming in a 3v1 and he just gets domed by Borup. But, you know, those things do happen from time to time. Now, as for round number 9, we're getting closer and closer to the halftime point, and yet no team secured the lead at halftime point. But Sangal, they're in a good position. As I say that, Borup takes down LNZ through the wall, so maybe they're not in the best position overall. Although, there's a couple of players in mid, and Umlele, who is going to take down X-Cloud, gets the second onto Sammy as well. And now that makes it way better for the side of Ex-Preasy. Youngster, they do know where he is right now, and he is being held inside the cave. Jota, he takes down Borup, and now it is a 3-on-2 favoring Ex-Preasy, and Sangal, they're just going for the save. But you know, the situation got a lot better since they started at 2-on-5, so they actually could have gone for the round. But I think it's a little too late right now. They do have a defuse kit onto Youngster, but if he goes down far away from the bomb site, then, you know, the chances are dwindling. So the safer play is just to hang on to the weapons, considering how they are out of money, and they will probably not be able to... Yeah, they will not be able to buy up into the next round as well. Potentially even forcing, considering how X-Cloud is on 1400. That could make it a little harder for Sangal to play with only pistols, considering Ex-Preasy right now, they are 1 round away from tying up the game. As I was saying, you know, Sangal are looking better to get the lead at least halftime point. Maybe Ex-Preasy has something to say about it. But, of course, the AWP will be returned to Sammy, and it will be a force buy overall with an MP9 on the Youngster. So let's see how the pistols, combined with the weapons, can deal with the side of Ex-Preasy.
Oh, I love that from Jota. Important that he hits that jump, and he does. Has the off angle, not expected. Sammy follows up with another. And there's not going to be money for Ex-Preasy coming into this next round if Sangal can take it. So this is a huge time to put your foot down. Remember, this is Ex-Preasy's map pick, and whilst they're doing a decent job at keeping it competitive, it's been very disjointed, right? It's been very back and forth. They've not really shown that they've had any major control at any point in this map so far. Go around this corner. Things are cleared out. TMB, an important duel to take place, but yeah, they're going to see the shadow and they see the pre-fire, so they know he's here as soon as he peeks. He is actually pretty quick for one, but as they trade, yeah, the numbers will stay in their favour. Crystal low on health, walks out, turns the nade, and Youngstar's able to just follow up with no trouble. So Sangal not only winning the round, but keeping 3 players alive, carrying across 2 AKs and an AWP. That's going to do them a lot of favours. That's a great round.
Yeah, great round for Sangal, and a little unfortunate for Ex-Preasy that they just straight away run into the M4 and the AWP. But sometimes it's the way that it is, and right now there's a couple of rounds left, and the decision is just to save, right? Even though there's a couple of players on 1400, so they will clearly not be able to buy up fully into the next round. It's better to get themselves some MAC-10s instead of, you know, just pistols once more. But it's going to be a fast play into mid, and it is X-Cloud to farm up some kills. A quad kill for him, and Jota helps out with the 5th. So that was a quick little round to get Sangal the lead at halftime point. And into the last round of the first half we go. Could be a potential 8-4. The weapons are going to say that, right? Because once again, Ex-Preasy are not going to have the best buy. But we've seen kind of an eco win as well from Sangal, so could go either way. They are missing some very important util though on the side of Ex-Preasy, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, just really mismanaging that economy. You should never be in a position going into the final round of the half like this. Great early nade from X-Cloud. And we actually saw, before we cut to that replay, Christo bought himself... Oh, wow. Okay, ballsy as hell. But yeah, Christo bought himself a scout and then swapped it for the MAC-10. So it sort of indicated to me that we'd see a bit of a change of pace. We somewhat have. Look at Nico's position. I don't know how he's found himself all the way here up on B, but he has. He'll have a free B kill onto the ramp player at least. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame he doesn't get more out of that because he was completely incognito behind enemy lines. Either way, good timing on the molly. Bit of space bought for his team. They're aware that there could still be someone coming up from cave. Christopher now focuses on the short player, follows up as well onto Youngstar. Nico eventually drops, but look at the advantage they've got right here. A 2v1 out of nowhere. And they pull it right back. Nico's positioning, just incredible.
Everyone is very low HP, but X-Cloud, he had the op, and well, Christo, that's an easy shot, especially against a low HP player with the op. Missed shot, there we go, 75. So, with that, I mean, it's not the worst result in Word for Ex-Preasy, right? Because even though they're behind Sangal, this was their better side, so we'll see how it goes. Of course, I'm just talking about, you know, percentage-wise, what happened in the past 3 months. Every game is different, so we could see any kind of a scenario this time around, but it's just technically it's easier just to defend, right? Or just waiting for the enemy team to push in. But I'm sure Sangal will have a good plan cooked up for this second half, so we'll see how it goes. Of course, pissed around once more, and we do see some util onto LNZ. On the other side, there's actually only armors on the side of Ex-Preasy. No defuse kit. We'll see if that backfires at all. But look at that TMB. What a shot onto Youngster to start things off in round number 13.
When you're confident in your individuals and their mechanics, you don't need those contingency plans, and we are seeing those mechanics shining through. A couple of really nice headshots to get things going, and blink and you miss it. They're down to 2. It's Sammy and LNZ to try and pick up the pieces. At least they found themselves a bomb site, but not the plant yet. LNZ, quick to the trigger for 1, but Lele knows exactly where he is. Hones in like a missile, trades it out with the clean headshot. And I wanted to point out the halfway point, right? Just incredible individuals from Youngstar and oh, my brain's gone completely. Jota, that's it. Youngstar and Jota. They were unbelievable, right? Finished in the half on 14 frags apiece. Just incredible stuff. Now, X-Cloud, 2 rounds prior to the end of that first half, had 1 kill. And I was going to point it out, and I was like, I'm not going to name and shame. We'll give him a bit of space, right? And then he finds himself a 4k on the eco round, and 2 in the follow-up for the final of the half, and ends with 7, which is dead even with the rest of his teammates. So, yeah, a good little recovery from him at the end there, and it just feels like Sangal are sort of warming to the map, I think, a little bit more. Nico, happy to warm up against the Tech-9s, though, who aren't having too much success. That's crisp from Youngstar, and it's actually going to give him a bomb plant. Ooh, what?
My. Maybe even more. X-Cloud. Good headshot to Nico, and that's a 2-2. And X-Cloud got himself a weapon, Youngster. Oh, if you want to push through the smoke there, it's going to be on Lily to expect it. X-Cloud also tagged up through the smoke a little bit. Now in a 1-on-2. Has to clutch it up. And, you know, the timing could be good, but no, TMB is going to take him down. And, well, that was a very good try out of the players from Sangal, but it will be Ex-Preasy to tie up the game. Still, they take down 3 players, they plant the bomb. That is a very good result in the end. But the Tech-9s, and this shot from Youngster. Yeah. What a quick snap to the head of Christo. That was a very fair try. And Ameli also, I want to point out, that was a very smart, just pre-fire into the smoke, right? In case someone's there, and, well, they had someone there. So, it's all tied up, but now, Sangal, they will still have to eco because they forced up into the previous round. So they did deal quite a lot of damage, but they still need to deal some damage into this one as well, just to make it, you know, harder for Ex-Preasy to get their economy going. X-Cloud looking for a shot with the Deagle. That was awkward from both of those players. Increase 2, well, he's still alive.
Yeah, in terms of that spam in the last round, you're looking at it, you say, oh, it's a fantastic read, but then you think about it, and you think, in those kind of scenarios, all you got to do is say, what would I do there, right? 2v2, Tech-9s versus rifles. Yeah, I'm playing in the smoke, right? I'm hugging that left wall, and I'm playing in the smoke. And, yeah, all of a sudden, it becomes a whole lot easier to anticipate. Good little lineup. Right solid shutdown from Nico and Lele. Jota will be able to find one back. A 2v1 here. And bearing in mind he's got access to the bomb, he's actually got options. Ex-Preasy instantly rotate over to the B site and then realise, hang on a minute, he's got time, he's got options, and he could try and pull this back. Christo's low on health, looking to play the head angle, but if Jota reads this, he could just take this B site by siege, and then all of a sudden there's a problem. He's taking a lot of space. And having not seen anything is actually a bit of a curse. It just depends if Christo anticipates that he could have come up from long. He won't. Big kill But on the rotation, I think he expects the last man to be into cave. It's not the case. TMB sat in this corner. Will be good for the freebie. No! Oh my god! Wow. That comes way too close. Gets tagged down to 8 HP as well. Jota actually rattled off a couple of shots there. That was a bad whiff.
You know, we see TMB shooting the lifeless body of his enemy there. Yeah, in that situation, I don't think you're allowed to...
Yeah, no BM allowed there. That was tragic.
Yeah, it was so close to the round being over in favor of Sangal, but of course, yeah, it was still a great effort and a lot of damage. Look at the money on the side of Ex-Preasy. They won the past 3 rounds, but they're out of money completely. If they lose this one, it's a disaster. But Grease 2, he was hiding, and look at this, the double kill, runs out of bullets. But Alele will help out, TMB as well, and all of a sudden, just in a couple of seconds, it's X-Cloud in a 1-on-3. But let's not count him out just yet. Good shot on the crease too. The problem is the bomb is dropped in the middle of the side, or almost in the middle of the side, right? So Ex-Preasy have a very good vantage point onto the bomb. And at the same time, right, X-Cloud is thinking, I do want to reposition, try and work around the enemy team. They're going to expect it. The slower you are, the more they're going to expect it. And he's been spotted in mid. Nico, absolutely no reason to peek into this, as well as, you know, behind the smoke. Played safe. And, yeah, it's going to be very complicated for X-Cloud to get anything done here. Oh, trying to fake them out there. Still has about 45 seconds of play here, so he could try everything. Borup, although this off angle should be perfect to take down X-Cloud and close out the round.
I mean, if he had the bomb on his back, I'd actually fancy his chances, but without it, there's not a hope in hell, and you're right. Fantastic off angle from Borup there. Even though TMB really whiffed it in the last, it was actually really well played from him too, and a good positioning, good read that we would see. To pull the way around, but yeah, this is fantastic. Christo just lining him up, only actually good for 2 there, but it looked like a whole lot more. He does a whole load of damage extra as well. And as I say, just an awkward angle to clear. You sort of come out watching big box, you maybe molly it, and then there's way too many other angles to focus on. When it goes unchecked, when it goes uncleared, you can just call for a flash over into main, and Christo swings out and has a field day. A buy here for Sangal, but well, far from a strong one. They've kept enough cash in the bank to go for a proper investment in the follow-up. Right now, it's Galil's and a couple of Tech 9s to get the job done. Good flash. Does actually blind Analele, but they don't play off the back of it. They allow it to fade. And, well, from Analele's POV, it just looks silly. They feed him.
Oh, TMB. MP9, mid to long range, not all that complicated. LNZ will feel that. And now this time, Sammy, he does have the bomb on his back, so pointed out TMB. But I've seen TMB with a Galil on the T side. Still gonna be just as dangerous, even though he's on the CT side now. Sammy walking by. It's a free B side. He's gonna realize it quickly, but the question is, does he realize it before Borup gets himself close enough to deny the bomb plant? Because if they don't get the bomb plant, then it's gonna be another problem for the side of Sangal. Sammy is Toro, though. He's just checking out all of those angles. He just checked towards ramp, so I don't know if he's gonna look behind this Borup. He's very quick with it. Sammy, good for 1, but yeah, there we go. Borup, completely surprising Sammy, and the fact is that right now, Sangal, they are getting surprised quite a lot, and since the start of the second half, it's been Ex-Preasy to win 5 rounds in a row. Sangal yet to score a round on the T side. And, you know, as we progress through the game, I don't think it's getting necessarily harder and harder, but if Ex-Preasy keep changing it up, keep trying new things, it gets harder for Sangal to understand how the enemy team plays, right? And so far, Sammy, no for him on the T side, or at least not right now in this round. And Crease 2, well, he's gonna have free reign over whatever part of the map he chooses to play. And Unlele, okay, Unlele, nice shot onto X-Cloud.
Yeah, that's just cruel. Such an important round here for Sangal. You've done nothing wrong. You just sat behind the mid-smoke. You get absolutely blasted. Youngstar desperate to try and pull it back in his favour. He's only good for 1, but the trades are decent. His teammates are there to support. Man advantage. Should be more. Jota's the whiff. Danalele. Batman mode. Falls from above. Lands the head. 2v2. And the bomb's been tapped. Applies a bit of pressure to Christo. Flash into long. It's beautiful. From Sammy. As LNZ's able to swing and find the head. And they know where Ranalele's coming from as well. Molly deployed. Post-plant positions established. And Sangal, what a round recovery here.
Not really a lot they can do if you're on Lele here. Just waiting behind the double doors. And it will be, as I was saying, I think I might have cursed Ex-Preasy to lose around here, as I was saying that Sangal have yet to win a round, but you know, they're gonna make it even more interesting. 8th round on the board, first one on the B side. And interestingly enough, once again, Ex-Preasy, 5 rounds in a row, they lose 1. At least one of their players has to force up. They were on 1500, so they couldn't really get the economy going. Sangal, even though they were losing rounds, they were still getting kills, which is very important. With some very nice plays. And this is the first tactical pause that we've seen in this first map, right? Preasy, or Ex-Preasy rather, calling it here, making sure that they have what it takes to take this first map. And of course, it is the map pick of Ex-Preasy, right? Even though it's percentage-wise, it is a very good map for Sangal, they are still very confident in this, and they don't want to allow Sangal to get Ex-Preasy's map pick and then move on to their own map pick and to be feeling very, very confident. You want to inspire a little bit of fear into the enemy team, but we'll see if they're able to do that, because the game is not over. They might be on double digits, but you need 13 to win the map.
Yeah, there's still potentially a long way to go when you look at the money here as well. For Ex-Preasy, you break it down into buy rounds, you realise that this really is palatable. TMB's only on a USP here, which is a bit of a weird one. He's got himself the Kevlar, he's sacrificed himself to drop a rifle over to his teammate, Bora, down to the MP9. Jumps around the corner, takes the long range fight, knows there's one close, 1 for 1. Rifle for an MP9, not too bad. The issue is Nico can't follow up for any damage either. So man advantage here for the T side, negated by Christo, but right back the other way. A 3v2. Sangal decide to tap the brakes on this. Route elsewhere. They've confirmed that the final 2 are here on the B site, so send it through mid, up donut, get onto A. Give yourself a little bit of space to work with. The issue is that Samy's the man with the bomb. He's miles away from the action, so yeah, a bit of time for Ex-Preasy to work with here to maybe get back into this site before that C4 goes down. X-Cloud says no.
Oh, they heard on Lily as well. Inside tempo, Samy's holding the angle with the op. Problem is, Samy has the bomb. And he can't really throw it away. Because, you know how timing works. The second he unscopes, there's going to be the enemy peeking out, but this time it will not. And Lele backing away because of the smoke. The bomb will be planted. And this one should be safe for Sangal. I mean, they have good positions. Sure, X-Cloud might be low on HP, but once again... Oh, he's getting kind of aggressive a little bit. Jumps over. And then Lily will decide to save. I love how Sangal, they knew there was a player in the back lanes towards the B side, right? Flash comes in. They confirm it's both of the players coming in. Instantly, they start rotating. That was a very fast decision from Sangal. I love it. Just, making sure that you know exactly what's happening in the round. And that is a very important point. Sometimes some of the teams, they might be slower on the reaction, or they might not realize that that was a second player coming in and they could rotate back. Well, they do realize it. 9th round on the board for Sangal, and Ex-Preasy in a bad situation. This is an eco. Sangal could tie up the game. This could be the momentum that they need to come back into this ancient and make it very hard for Ex-Preasy to have anything to say into this one going forward. But then, once again, it will be only tied up, and it would be a lot of rounds to still go out of this ancient. This is only the first map. Once again, second one will be Vertigo, and if we do need it, it will be Anubis as a third one. So it just keeps getting better and better, We love those close games. We don't want one-sided games, right? Those are no fun.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Right now, Scoreline should definitely be tied up against the Eco. A very crisp headshot from X-Cloud, despite the fact that it's only against the pistols. Christo's got the timing through the smoke, so traded back, and actually kind of dangerous now. They've got 2 rifles in play. Jota at range. To take those advantages, finds himself another head, and I think this is probably the call to just back off here. Analele and Borop realise these AKs are a little too valuable to just throw them into the blender. So it will go 10 to 10. Sangal in a very good spot here, and they've done a great job to recover this, especially considering this is their opponent's map pick.
This bullet's getting fired away
towards Red Room, basically. It was TMB trying to deal some damage with the USP. But as the bomb is going to explode, it will be double digits for Sangal as well. Now TMB, he's just, you know, he has the USP. If he goes down, it's not the worst thing in the world. He was just looking for exit kills, but he was way too late. So now it will be the buy out of Ex-Preasy. And to be completely honest, I feel like if Ex-Preasy do not get this one, should I say it's gonna be over and Sangal takes it? I mean, it's just the fact that, you know, they were on a very good momentum side, and they suddenly stopped. And it gets a lot harder to get yourself going once again, once the enemy has a pretty good streak of rounds. I guess we'll see how it goes, as there's a lot of mollies in place, and they're looking to get aggressive towards B main. Oh, TMB's been spotted by LNZ, but it is TMB to get that kill. Crease 2 with 1. X-Cloud comes out of the smoke swinging, but it is on Lele to trade out as well. And Jota, well, you might have control over the A side, but you don't have the bomb, and you don't have any teammates left.
Yeah, awkward stuff here for Jota. Does find himself in a bit of a predicament. They've done so well to bring it back to this point, but once they were against the rifles again, they really did struggle. Analele in a deep position will be spotted. Yeah, Jota's honed in on this. Wants to play for the trigger discipline, spots the second barrel, knows this is going to be a tricky one to convert, but knows also the communication probably not quick enough. So able to spin around for both. This next fight's going to be the key, but yeah, TMB a little too quick to the trigger. Lovely headshot to finish it off. A valiant attempt from Jota. He's had a fantastic crack at that, but yeah, TMB a little too feisty, and he'll bite right back.
Yeah, this was clean. And as you said, if he gets this one, that was the key to potential round win in a very big clutch. 1-on-4 would have been very important for Sangal. Now, as Ex-Preasy managed to get another one on the board, Sangal a little bit shaky in terms of money left in the bank. They need to be careful on Lily blowing up the smoke. Sees a couple of players and needs to duck. He want to keep his head on his shoulders. But Sangal, do they want to push through this smoke? Although the smoke does go away. It is DMB to throw a molly in. Keep Sangal at bay. Oh, but he's gonna peek into the molly, and X-Cloud, he's gonna spot him. Now, it is Ex-Preasy paying a lot of attention to mid. Crease 2, guessing his chances. He's gonna take down Jota, and another one from Crease 2. X-Cloud, oh, that's a missed shot! LNZ, he found another player, and now it's all down to Borup 1-on-3.
Incredibly awkward here for Borup. After such a good round in the last as well, how this is continuing to go so back and forth, it's just beyond me. Right now, just hoping to hold on to this AK, begging for mercy. Youngstar might not give it to him. All comes down to timing. He sits on this angle. Borup does manage just to slip his way into this corner. And I think he will go unchecked. I think he'll get away with this. But it's a small victory, isn't it? A small silver lining amongst a brutal round loss.
Now, as it gets closer and closer here. We're gonna need the full 24 rounds to see what's gonna be the final result. We could be going to overtime. We could be seeing a team barely winning 13-11. Now Sangal, he should be able to claim 12 here. And I say should be, because I've seen way too many eco round wins for my own well-being, so although they should be able to, you know, get the headshots. It all comes down to how much damage Borup is able to deal with that AK. And he's gonna be peeking, kind of baiting his teammates, but he gets himself a triple kill, which is very important, although Youngster swings out, gets the headshot. Unfortunate timing for Borup on that fourth player peeking in. And TMB with only 46 and USP in hand. He is hiding in red room. He could surprise at least one player. But I think getting that AK back is way more important. Try and get it in a 1-on-2 after that. But the B side is going to be the side where the bomb will be planted, and it's all down to TMB. Try and get this round in the bag.
It's happening, these digits, but yeah, 12 is a daunting figure. A difficult one to overcome. He does start to play into this smoke, worried that someone's on the site itself. Won't be the case. The issue is he doesn't have a kit. If he has a defuse kit here, he's actually got a little bit of a luxury to try and toy with this. Without it, he really, really needs both kills before committing to that defuse, and there's no chance, especially with the double mollies. I'm surprised they don't deploy them, right? X-Cloud just sends it in. There are 2 Molotovs and a HG. I really, really expected some kind of lineup where when the bomb's tapped, they get a firebomb down, but no, instead, just swing out, find the headshot, happy days, Sangal on to 12, and yeah, just felt a little bit hasty there from Preasy. A little too heavy on the mid control, and it really does cost them.
Now a single chance for Sangal to close out this first map, 12-11. There's 2 results right now possible. Either Sangal wins or Ex-Preasy forces out overtime. And look at this from X-Cloud. Peeks out into the molly, gets the kill and gets away with it somehow. Samey. Very close to Jagger here. Nico will swing out. Gets a headshot of the Youngster. Another one from Nico. Jota with a trade. Through the smoke, he tags up Jota. Everyone is so low from Sangal. And in the meantime, LNZ. He's in the cub, he's stuck. Nico, is he gonna check the angle? Well, he is going to, but walking in, it's not gonna be of help. TMB, though. Last couple of bullets. They reach the target. 2-on-2. Jota and X-Cloud. 27 HP combined. But the position of Unlele, that's gonna be hard to beat. TMB might expect X-Cloud to be here, and it seems like he does expect that. Precisely. Very good angle from TMB. X-Cloud, he's gonna hang around here. This is really awkward. But it's gonna be an easy kill on the Jota from Unlele. And now X-Cloud, he has to get something done, and it will not be a kill on the TMB. Ex-Preasy, they managed to get the round, and it will be overtime on the first map between Sangal and Ex-Preasy.
So many of those rounds coming desperately close. It's painful. It's painful to not watch it go Sangal's way, but they fumble at some of the most important opportunities. Youngstar so crisp in so many of his gunfights, but the duel there to take place on ramp did not go his way. And despite having the advantage for a moment there, it all crumbles around them. Ex-Preasy, hold on tight. Still a lot to do. And this is only their map pick as well. It's not like you come away from a win here with like your head held high saying, oh yeah, that was sick, guys, that just beat them on their map pick, 1 more to go, you know. This is just to close out their own, so not an easy task. One will be planted, looking to deny Jota for the big kill.
Can they hold on to the site? DMB makes it past Jota's crosshair. Crease2. A shot through the smoke onto Youngster. Flash is good. Borup goes down. X-Cloud with a little bit of lucky headshot. LNZ takes down Nico. And it's all down to TMB. 1 on 4, 30 HP. Sammy will deal with it. The bomb was not even planted just now. It got planted. And it will be Sangal to claim the first round in overtime. That's how it usually goes, right? You reach match point, cannot close it. In overtime, you're gonna take the first one. Just to add a little bit of insult to injury, but Ex-Preasy, they will be filling that one. No op on their side this time around, so we'll see how this one changes the pace for Ex-Preasy. Maybe they want to be more aggressive somehow. They're sending 2 players towards mid straight away, but oh, the nade is good. X-Cloud exposed. There's a big gap, and Crease2, he's gonna suffer because of it.
Spams through from Analele. Decent bit of damage. A deep molly. Puts him in a decent spot. Jota spamming away. HG should follow up. Oh, that's brilliant. Doesn't quite go over the ledge, but still lethal. And the numbers back in their favor. Sangal looking scary. Jota continues to press his way forward. They've got so much space here on 8. I'm surprised they haven't rotated yet.
They had plenty of time, but they started running so now on Lily. He knows. Youngster's gonna be a victim because of it. LNZ. And that molly's gonna be very well placed. But every single player still alive from Ex-Preasy. They're coming in from A main and LNZ. Might be a lot to handle for him. He's gonna find on Lele. Nico's very close by as well. Slow peek, but that's still gonna work. Flash comes in. They still don't know where Borup is. Sammy missed shot onto Nico, and it's gonna be Nico to take him down. It's all down to Jota. Ooh. Oh, Nico turns around. But now Jota should realize that Borup is somewhere behind him. Tap on the bomb. There's the shoulder peek. And there's the kill from Jota. Nicely done. 1 on 2. Secured by Jota. And Sangal. It's going to be 14 on the board. Getting closer and closer to another map point and another chance to close out this map.
Yeah, so well played. And honestly, you see the way he goes about that, the deep plant, it gives him loads and loads of space to just play in and around CT. There's absolutely not a chance in hell for a clutch there. Just wasn't enough time on that bomb. Nico trying to play through the molly. He takes a lot of damage, as does LNZ from the util. Greedy from Nico. Oh, it's painful to watch. It's going to cost him his life. Keeps out that rifle, would have had a decent shot at that. Instead, in trouble now.
Well, they're playing towards mid, but I think they know on Lily's there, or they might not. They were looking at exactly that angle. Sammy gonna peek into Crease2's crosser, and that's an easy shot. The Opper. Lele though, X-Cloud, back turned. That's not going to be helpful. And now Youngster. Can he take the op of Sammy? Oh, nice adjustment onto one Lele. Is he able to deal a lot more damage? No. TMB. Going to take his head off. Ex-Preasy. At least they claim 1, right? So at least there's not 3 map points for Sangal. But the fact is, they are very, very close. And Sangal, if you remember, in the first half, they actually managed to win 7-5. Now, usually when you get to overtime, everything that happened during regulation gets thrown out the window. You can see 11-1, then 11-1, and then you can see just equal footing all around, because you know teams have to start trying new things so that it's not the same all over again. And the fact is, you need to remember what the enemy team liked to do 15 rounds ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an important point. You kind of lose your mojo on that side as well. Becomes tricky. DPG, Molly to go with it. Sammy to boost over this smoke. Oh, he's got a brilliant angle. That's fantastic. And what a start to the round. What a little pocket play that Ex-Preasy are just not expecting. It will deal them the first. They've confirmed there's one on the site. Do they know there's one in cave? They will. And the Lele. Oh, dispatches of him. Clean stuff.
Oh my.
Oh, wow.
Youngster. Is he will get the third as well? No, Crease 2 will land the no-scope, but he's very low HP. Gets himself an AK, but fake landing in that situation, not the best, because they're going to confirm your position. X-Cloud, he's going to get the last kill of the round, and it will be Sangal reaching map point once again. 2 chances this time around to close out this first map and take us over to Vertigo. Now, this was a very big surprise, and you know, I was talking about trying new things. That boost behind the smoke, they never expected it. Very nicely done by Youngster here as well. It's hard for Ex-Preasy to get the rounds here, because Sangal, they kicked it into second gear. They started being a little bit more aggressive this time. They're gonna be a little bit more passive. This is very interesting from Sangal. I don't know what to expect.
Ooh, nice shot. Christu will actually send it right back the other way, but yeah, they'll keep it coming. Christu overstays his welcome, and with a good flash, Youngster will post himself in the angle, overstays that a little bit. That's a shame. When he doesn't find the instant kill onto Borup, he needs to just reel it back there. That was a little too deep. And now some problems perhaps to come. In the 3v3, Sangal felt their toes already inching over the finish line. Now they're in a bit of trouble. X-Flower works it down mid.
DMB can be the key to winning the round here. If he's not checked by X-Flower, it will be. DMB. Easy headshot. They get the player advantage now. There's a very big flank coming in from Jota, but he has to walk all the way because TMB's there, and he could hear his position. LNZ, very slow peek. That's not going to be helpful, but now Jota up for the 1-on-2. Might as well try it, right? They have enough money for another buy. The nade is good. Second one could have helped him. Flash over. Gonna get another kill, and now Borup.
Oh, wow.
Coming through, just spraying and praying, and the prayers will be answered. Borup, 48 HP, is gonna win it for Ex-Preasy. But that was a very, very close round. And with that, reach number 30.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Fantastic stuff. Clean kills back and forth, of course. The fact that Borup gets away with this, I mean, it begs the question, right? If Jota doesn't spam there, then Borup can't follow the tracers, can't send it back the other way. In hindsight, would have made much more sense for Jota to just tap the brakes there, swing to the left, and take the fight properly. Big entry from Nico. After a 2-round advantage, 2 map points to close it. It's going right back the other way, and Nico's taking matters into his own hands. Jota needs the timing. But now it's looking like he might get it. There's the burst. Knows there's a second to the left, and right back the other way. Back into the 3v3. Make that a 3-on-2. Oh, this is ridiculous. That's the bomb as well.
Oh, the nade. Risa could be going down. What a nade from Sammy. And it's all down to Lele. It goes downhill so badly for Ex-Preasy. Sammy peeks out, and there's the kill. Sangal. What a way to turn this round into their own one. Oh my, 16-14, and that's gonna be the first map going the way of Sangal. They needed overtime, but they managed to win it.
Yeah.
How do you come back into this best of 3 if you're Ex-Preasy after a loss like that?
That's the thing. For me, I really felt like that's them done, right? Individuals were fantastic. They had some moments of brilliance on that map. But that's such a tough blow, right? Coming into a series with a very shallow map pool, going into your pick and narrowly losing it like that, I think they're in trouble. I think they're in some serious trouble going into this next. And yeah, I don't know how they bite back here. Obviously, Vertigo, a strong map for Sangal, one that they play a lot of, and one that this Ex-Preasy roster have not logged a single map on HLTV since their formation as a roster. So yeah, I think this is going to be an uphill climb, a real struggle.
Yeah, but you know, we could be seeing some strategies out of Ex-Preasy that we don't really expect. I mean, I think that's their advantage, right? They haven't played a single map on Vertigo in the past 3 months. Sangal did play 13, so Ex-Preasy do have a potential, actually a big potential for maybe some counter strats, maybe some, some plays that could be straight against Sangal, but still.
They've got some demos to watch, right?
Oh yeah,
they've got some demos to watch. But
sure.
yeah. So we'll have to wait and see. I think there's a really good chance that Ex-Preasy come into this map with just like this full pug playstyle where they just say, you know what, like let's not try and overcomplicate things. Let's just take these duels as they come. But we'll have to wait and see. We're going to jump to a 10-minute break, folks. When we return, we will be back with that second map of the series. You definitely don't want to miss it, so don't go too far. Join us back here. We'll be waiting with the action in just a moment.
Do you have any unnecessary skins or want to sell them? Try Skinplace. Visit the website, select the skins you want to use. Easily fill your Steam trade link. Make sure we offer good prices and choose a payment method. Hit the button and boom! Instant cash. Safety. Low commissions. Instant payouts. Skinplace.
And we are back, getting ready for the second map of the best of three here. Sangal taking on Ex-Preasy, and well, it was a very close first map. Sangal did manage to win in overtime, just barely, 16-14. And now, as we're moving on to Vertigo, this is looking still very good for Sangal. Ex-Preasy might be coming out of the door swinging, but M&J, wow, what are we thinking about this Vertigo? You know, 13 maps played for Sangal, no maps for Ex-Preasy in the past 3 months, or at least not that we know of. So what's the feeling here?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure either, to be perfectly honest. And one of the big things is not only have Sangal played a lot of maps here, but they've actually beat some really good teams as well. So wins against 9, Alliance, TSM, Eyeballers, Zero Tenacity just over the past couple of weeks. They've been pretty strong here. They're on a 2-map loss streak on it. That's another against Alliance. And one against that Polish team that made it really, really far in the World Cup. So, I don't know. We'll see. Without further ado, though, folks, we'll be jumping into this second map. We'll see how it goes, right? I think for Ex-Preasy, the expectations are low, so there's no pressure. You can sort of come into this and just play your best CS, right? I say there's no pressure. The pressure's somewhat going to be on, right? This is a 0-1 match here in the Swiss stage. Like, you definitely want to be winning it. But yeah, bearing in mind they lost their own map pick, it's not expected to go their way. So they'll just play their best CS, see what they can pull together. LNZ on the other side of their smoke spamming away, but the USPs aren't going to hit the mark, so things get awkward.
Oh, Lily, find the kill crease too. Oh, Jota, very good quick trade. Hi. We don't know what's happening. And there we go, we're back. As it is a 3-on-2 favoring Sangal. TMB takes down Jota. And with the bomb planted now, might get a little hard for Ex-Preasy to come back into the site. Both of the players from Sangal, they're trying to fight TMB there, but now they split up. Borup found by Youngster. USP in hand. X-Floud has a upgraded pistol as well. And TMB only good for 1 as X-Floud takes him down with the P2K. And it will be Sangal to pull away with the pistol round. Now, I do want to point out that Vertigo has become a little bit T-sided, and my question is Sangal going to be able to profit off of that? Because it is a little bit more T-sided if you are a fast-paced team, in my opinion.
Potentially so, yeah. I think they're going to be feeling comfortable. This is kind of the thing that when it comes to your map pick, right, your opponents get to pick of the sides. For Preasy, it's a bit of a no-brainer to come into this CT half. But yeah, for Sangal, they've got all of their protocols in place here for this T side. And you're right, it is a map that panders towards that attack a lot more than many of the other maps in the port. And when they are this kind of fast-paced, flary team with individuals with just fantastic mechanics, then yeah, why not? I mean, Jota and Youngstar were unbelievable in that last map. I expect them to bring that same sort of firepower into this. And into the second, they're actually going to have a 3A bomb site. So C4 will go down, retake to come hot and heavy, but it is a full eco here for the defense. So best case scenario is a couple of kills, really.
They are pretty far away here. They will be making their way towards ramp. Youngster is holding. Jota there to help him out. And it might be hard for the pistols to get any kind of work done here. Unless start peeking together, and there's a couple of headshots hit, but Youngster, doesn't even matter. If he's blinded up, he's still gonna get the kill. They do lose Jota, but it's not the end of the world, you know. They only lose one single weapon. Their economy is still gonna be looking a little better. If it was the Mac 10, Of course, overall it would have been better, but still, the MAC-10 was eagerly waiting for some USPs. They didn't peek him. LNZ, it was a little unlucky. Now Ex-Preasy, they will be getting the M4s out. And this is the time to strike back. This is the time to not allow Sangal to get away with a lot of rounds, because again, Ex-Preasy narrowly losing the previous map is still gonna hit their confidence. And if it's Sangal with a very good start to the second map, their confidence might dwindle even more. Now they are trying to get some things done into mid. Youngster gonna be the first one to peek in alongside LNZ. Another beautiful flash to blind up Crease 2, and the molly to force him back into CT. Crease 2 is isolated from this one, and they're trying to push into CT. This is an interesting play, and they take down Crease 2.
Well, it's strong stuff again. Oh, wow, X-Flout, that's ridiculous. Right through the smokes. Unfortunate, his teammates are all losing their lives. In the meantime, Jota tagged down as well, but does actually take another head. And now into the 1v1. Nico to come up from mid. Could have a slight element of surprise. Not for Jota. He's well aware, but comes off the angle just at the wrong moment. Nico's timing's just absolutely perfect. And, well, Ex-Preasy are going to pull another together. That's a big round win.
I'm just thinking, Sangal, they're gonna need to take a second look at that round after the game, because it looked so good for them, but they suddenly just start losing players left and right. Now, Ex-Preasy, even though they won the round, they're still rocking a couple of MP9s. Both teams dangerously close to an eco. Deep nade from TMB, and just spamming through the smoke down the ramp. We do have a player pushed up. And Sangal, all those steps are going to be heard by Crease 2, although Samey is just holding on to the angle in the meantime in mid. Quick boost. Try to check out Heaven. They are taking control over deep ramp, but Crease 2 bit off a little bit more than he can chew. TMB trying to push through the smoke as well. Samey goes down. Does he expect the second player behind this smoke? They bump into each other inside the smoke. LNZ surprised as well. TMB is dealing a lot of damage. X-Cloud, he needs to get the trade here.
Yeah, this is awkward. Here's one coming, but not going to get the opportunity. Or maybe. Maybe. Come on. There we go. Freebie onto TMB. That's what X-Cloud needs. We'll start to press forward off for that. Jota. What's going on here? Is he just DC'd? Yeah. Oh, that's such a shame. Comes back at the wrong moment as well. A 1v3 for X-Cloud to try and pull off, but the bomb's now lost. This one is out the window for sure. Economic damage would be pretty huge. There's no money here for the CTs. X-Cloud might have the timing on the short player as well. Not quite. They're playing Ring Around the Rosies.
Yeah, it's a little awkward for X-Cloud. He has no idea where Borup went.
Oh no, after time!
Oh, that is bad. That is very bad.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh god, that is so bad for X-Cloud. And oh, Jota is having some very serious issues. It seems he disconnects once more. But I mean, I'm just thinking, you know, X-Cloud pushed through the smoke there, kind of allowed TMB to get another couple of kills, and he gets traded, but Jota disconnects. You can't really predict that. Yeah, it was a lot of unfortunate events into the previous round. I'm just thinking what could have been done better by the side of Sangal. Well, I don't really know the answer to that. Now in this one, I don't wanna see what exactly happened, because a lot of players just suddenly foul. It was Warab, it was Nico and Lele to get the kills. Anyway, that was quite a long time ago. So Sangal, as they're experiencing some tech issues, I don't think they want to force up into this one. It would be quite a lot of damage and quite a lot of rounds for Ex-Preasy. Sure, yeah, they can get the round with Tech 9s or Deagles, but if they don't, it's going to be a double eco, which means Ex-Preasy might get to 4, and the momentum could carry them on to win even more rounds. So I think it's a hard decision for Sangal. Also, just, you know, adding to injury that Jota is just, he keeps on disconnecting. He's experiencing some pretty big tech issues right now.
Yeah, he certainly is. It's a little bit awkward. Obviously, we saw him in that 2 versus 3 position that, I'm going to be honest, and I don't want to sort of overstate, but I think they probably could have won that, to be honest. They had space. They would have at least got that bomb planted, and then 3v2 post-plant, you know. xCloud seemed to have a decent idea. They were coming in from behind ramp as well, so... yeah, that's a real shame. That's a real shame that went the way that it did. Either way, still early days. It's not a round that should have a huge amount of impact. Talking about impact, LNZ yet to have any of it. Really struggling to get the ball rolling here on Vertigo. But everyone back in the server, hopefully back into the action in the next couple of seconds. And should be a freebie round here for Preasy, up against just Pistols and Kevlar.
Yeah, so they do decide it's going to be a double eco for them. They're going to try to make the most out of this one with the Tech 9s, with the Deagles, with the dualies, but I feel like this position is so strong in this kind of situation. Flash misses. Double kill for Nico.
Wow.
Make that a triple. Wonderfully done. LNC will trade, but it's way too late, and Lily swings in to help out, and Borup will deal with Jota. Nicely done, especially by Nico there. It feels like that angle behind the sandbags is so strong every time you play there. It is so hard to hit the headshot if you are coming in from the T side through mid. Although I'm gonna give it to Sangal. I'm used to not seeing a lot of plays through mid, and we've already seen them go there 2 out of 5 rounds played. So I'm very excited to see how they can add that part of the map to their play style. And this time around, it's just gonna be Pistols without armor. Just damage is the most that they can do. I mean, winning around here, not really all that expected. Although LNZ, oh, if he swings in with the Zeus, now it's too late. Could have gotten a freebie. Well, he does.
Yeah, that's pretty huge. And if he can grab this rifle, oh wow, he's actually got away with it.
Oh.
This is a spanner in the works. And look, they're silent as they drop down to B as well. So Analele already rotating. Borup will be able to catch out, well, at least one of them coming back from ramp. So they've got the information now. But the C4 is going to go down. And LNZ might actually take another. There it is. So second rifle retrievable. He's going to send his way round to this B site to support his teammates. They've got so much more out of this than they should have.
And he can actually defend the bomb from the stairs. Jota doesn't get a kill, but Youngster is able. AK, oh, Youngster will fall. But look at this, LNZ. They do expect him behind the white box, and he's going to be double picked. But fair effort from Sangal. I mean, getting 3 players down without any kind of armor, it actually works out well. They got the bomb planted as well, so that's extra money.
But 3 kills and a bomb plant on a full eco round is better than decent, right? That's a fantastic eco. They should be feeling pretty happy with that. Guns to come out, AKs all round, Samey on that AWP. And I actually love the way they've played it as well. So many teams, when they're on a full eco like that, just throw it away, right? They just send it in, say, whatever, it's an eco round, we're going to lose. But yeah, they've kind of taken an approach to, let's try and fake them. Let's try and get a bomb plant here. As soon as LNZ finds that opening kill. If he doesn't, then yeah, it's a slightly different story. But as soon as he finds that opening kill, and they're just given a little bit too much space on the A site, it's like, right, we've found a kill, the pressure's on, they've pulled the rotates, let's get this bomb onto the B site, and they slip it through mid, and they do a great job at it. And LNZ, just firing on all cylinders, does actually manage to take himself a couple. Spots him through the grates, a little bit of damage dealt, but Borup realizes that, yeah, unless you pop 4 or 5 shots into the head, there really isn't too much damage to be done through that floor. So whilst it will be information, I don't think Sangal are going to be too challenged. Good timing, good check as well. That's huge from Nico.
Very, very well done. And now with 3 players left alive. Sangal. Oh, TMB taken down by Sammy. That might be their ticket back into this round. As Ex-Preasy, for now, they only have Nico close by. The smokes could isolate their vision. Molly's coming in as well. Oh, that is a very deep smoke and a very good one as well, covering Heaven as very interesting uses of the smokes. Nico with the Molly will take down LNZ. Double nade and Molly. What a combo there from Ex-Preasy. 4 on 2. Jota still on the site. Sammy making sure no one's flanking in. There is a player flanking, but if Jota goes down, his attention is going to be drawn towards the other side of the map.
Oh, Jota.
What a double kill on Lily. Will take down Sammy though, and now it's all down to Jota. 1 on 2.
This is ridiculous.
Borup. Oh my god! What a clutch from Jota! Basically a 1 on 4 as Sammy went down without getting a kill. And what a round to win. That is so important.
Yeah, so sick. When you're playing from Heaven as well, it's just really awkward, right? I think, yeah, Nico did hear the smoke being deployed. It's a great opening shot from Sammy, but the rest is all on Jota's shoulders. And as I said, when you're playing him from Heaven, look at the shadows. Oh, they just plague you. He knows exactly what's up. Plays it perfectly as well. Borup overcooks it, waits a little too long. I know he's waiting for his teammate to get into position, but just adds that time pressure on, gives Jota perfect timing. Blowing open the smoke allows them to just clear these close angles up at the top of ramp. Ex-Preasy will reside, but sent right through. Actually, another back the other way, so decent little trades to get things going.
Well, they could be in for a double, and he does get it. Youngster, in the meantime, trying to work on the other side of the map. He takes down Borup. That's B side open. Smoke for Con and a molly for CT. But Ex-Preasy, they're trying to come in through the flanking side, or trying to come in from behind, and it is Youngster to check out that angle. Only single flash left on the side of Sangal, and the side of Ex-Preasy, they have a smoke and a flash, but look at this. Great angle from Youngster. He's gonna get 1, and Jota will help out with a second. Wonderfully done here by Sangal. The team play is getting the job done. The team play, and then the individual plays from the guys over on the T side. So it's gonna be all tied up, and with a couple of rounds like this, they're surely gonna be very confident moving forward here on Vertigo. They could still be going for an 8-4 half. I know it's kind of far-fetched, right? Sure, it's an eco now. Sangal should be able to get the lead, but then again, Ex-Preasy, they're still present, and they're still here to deal some more damage to the side of Sangal. But so far, they recovered well, considering how, you know, it was Ex-Preasy to get the ball rolling.
TMB. Good way forward. Sammy peeks out. Back 10. Rattling away. Couple of big kills. And obviously, they just are up against an eco. But yeah, every kill that you get with that SMG is an extra $600. Unfortunately, runs out of bullets. Has to swap to the Glock, but that's fine. That sort of 3-piece. Good stat pad. And Sangal right back to winning ways in the driver's seat here. Very, very good stuff.
Yeah, you could hear X-Cloud there just screaming, "Sammy, come get them with the MAC-10. They're peeking ramp."
Yeah. And it's the right call, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
It takes so much discipline, especially in these HLTV matches where, yeah, players... And I don't want to sound too harsh, but sometimes can be a little bit selfish in those eco rounds and be like, oh yeah, it's a chance for me to like pad my rating a little bit, right? But for the greater good of the game and the team's economy, it's always better for the rifles to just kind of lay low, say to your MAC-10, yeah, send it up, find these kills, there's the extra money to put us in a better position to actually win the game. Trust me, it looks much better on HLTV than a couple of individual kills. Big opening headshot from LNZ. MAC-10 will follow up, and yeah, absolutely beautiful. It's against a full pie round as well.
Yeah, the MAC-10 still doing the work, and I guess Ex-Preasy would have expected the MAC-10 to be thrown away and an AK to be bought up, but surprise, surprise, it's still there. And the fact I'm saying that because look at that, Christu and Nico, they are without head armor, and the MAC-10 could deal a lot of damage against players without head armor. Although, you know, against AKs, it doesn't really matter. It's still a one-shot headshot either way. They will be trying to save the 3 weapons, and they should be able to. I mean, Sangal, they do have some money in the bank, but it could be awkward to go for the hunt. As I say that, they are closing in on ramp, but it might be too late to still go for these. So it will be another buy for the side of Ex-Preasy, but the fact is that Sangal, they are on a roll, 6-4. They secure at least equal score at halftime if they will not be able to follow up with the next 2 rounds. But I doubt it. Just the fact that they went in onto the B side so easily, so effortlessly, right? LNZ, he jumped up next to the wooden plank. He was dinged, but he still gets the kill right after. So, you know, Sangal, they're on another level right now. They're just hitting all of their shots, and that's what you want out of the second map when you're up 1-0 in the best of 3.
Oh, nade stack. Oh, I thought it was an A stack to come. Instead, it's just going to be one to blow the smoke open. Christu will take advantage. TMB with another. So a 2-man deficit here for the Sangal side. Looking to recover it, and they do so beautifully. X-Floud Jota on each side of the map with a single prong to pull it back together. Youngstar's got a brilliant position. Here's one rotating in from Elevator as well. Has the freebie kill, but needs to deliver for both. And unfortunately, Analele just a little too crisp. Christo on the aggression will finish off the job. And Ex-Preasy put themselves back on the board. That got dicey for a few seconds there, but yeah, dealt with nicely for the CTs.
I swear, I think I'm cursing teams by saying they can reach a certain score line, and then they just are denied. But it is what it is. Part of the casting job, cursing teams. 6-5, and into the last round of the first half we go. Still a very good buy for both of those teams. No op on the side of Ex-Preasy. We did see Christu in the previous map doing a fairly good job. Although, look at Alnele peeking into mid. Good headshot onto Youngster. And the aggression pays off. They are being aggressive towards A ramp as well. Didn't find any kind of answer. The op is there, not for long. Oh my god.
Spams, yeah, this is looking fairly easy. 4v2. Now, to be fair, we've seen a couple of scenarios now where Sangal have nearly pulled back these situations, especially with the damage dealt onto TMB. This is plausible. Needs to be crisp for this one. Jota does eventually find it. Maybe not as clean as he'd hope, but if he can catch out TMB retreating from short, then all of a sudden we're back into a 2-on-2. He'll work his way up, get this C4 planted through the smoke. That'll be Nico to try and deny it. Won't quite be able to do so, but still trades out both, gets on that defuse, and it'll be 6-6 at the halfway point. And very good stuff for Preasy. You know, you were talking about the caster's curse, right? It's that part of our job, right? It unlocked this memory a couple of years ago, right? It might have even been more than a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Me and some other casters, we were like, right, we're going to play a season of the SEA. Caster's Curse, that was our team name. It was like me, Ted, Zerfa, Crema, Retro. It was like we had like just a stack of us, and there was like 8 or 9 of us because all of our availabilities were all a little bit all over the place. And the first couple of games we did like really bad and we were struggling. And Ted said like, right, it's time to bring in a super sub. And he went and just messaged a few guys in the Bulgarian scene, and we managed to get Double Magic from Fate, who was a sub in an advanced roster, to come and play on our open team. And he just carried for like the rest of the season, got like 40 kills every game. It was really a sight to behold. It was unbelievable.
Oh my, look at this! What a sight to behold onto LNZ. He gets a double kill, and Nico is able to trade back. What a way to start the second half. Now, Sangal trying to get a hit ahead here as Sammy. Oh, domed by Nico. He's hitting some very crisp shots right now. A triple kill. All of a sudden, X-Cloud. He is very close, but Nico expects it, and that is a quad kill for Nico. Come on, give the ace. Jota's the last one standing. 16 HP. He's pushing in. He wants it. You know, we're talking about the ratings. You know, an ace could help out quite a lot. Nico denied.
Oh,
But Lele, he just a running headshot onto Jota and Ex-Preasy. That is a very nice miss around the start of the second half and get yourself in the lead.
yeah, that's cruel as well to be denying Nico like that. But still, obviously not getting any more out of it. Nico's had a fantastic run of show there in the pistol. Does pull it Breezy's way. This is obviously a must-win map for them, and I was a little doom and gloom about it at the start. Sangal pulled together a decent C-half, but 6-6 definitely nothing to brag about. And they are now going to be on the back foot as they waltz right in with the pistols. An eco that's thrown away. And Ex-Preasy now onto 8 and looking in a good spot to extend this further.
Now Sangal. I want to quickly double check. I know I've said that the map is a little T-sided, and I mean, percentage-wise, Sangal do better on the T side. But once again, their two latest results have not been wins, which is unfortunate. Although Jota and LNT, they start off strong. Samey with a kill onto TMB, and there's a player towards Ivy. Not pushed up just yet. That's Crease 2. Good surprise. Side of Sangal, a double kill for Crease 2. And Youngster playing on top of the site with 10 HP? Yeah, that wasn't the best idea. Triple right now for Crease 2.
Oh, how are they recovering this? After such a good start, this was looking like a done deal. And Sangal have somehow dropped the ball. It all falls onto Xfloud, who has had a little bit of a quiet series so far. Hasn't had any major fumbles. There's no reason to underestimate him in this situation. Good molly will give him the space to get this plant down. He's got a HE, but unable to use it to deny. Worried that one's up close. Won't be the case. Oh, spots the white player. I don't think he was seeing himself. HE is going to do a lot of extra damage. Actually falls just short. Takes a weird bounce. High flash already out. He's made the sound. Christu follows up with a nade. A molly. Where's all this util coming from? They've got so much to work with, and it just feels like Xfloud is locked out of this situation. Does manage to land the head. Does he go for the full defuse? No. And Analele won't call his bluff. Instead walks out and goes for the frag, but Xfloud's already run out of time. That's a shame. No kit means no chance. And in that scenario, I'm going to be honest, I'm surprised that he even taps it. It's either hold it down or get the hell out of there. I mean, he still finds the kill. He still saves the M4, but yeah, can no longer play for the round. And considering how this started, this is ridiculous that they've lost this. This was a 5v2.
Always tough to be losing those 5-on-2s. They're not gonna be feeling too happy about that one. Because right now they're back into a half bites, an MP9, some pistols. And Lily actually turned around, but he's gonna take down Xfloud, and he gets a second onto LNZ. Ex-Preasy. This one should be in the bag. As Crease 2 takes down Samey. It should be double digits. On the side of a T-sided team, Crease 2 taken out by Youngster, but there's the trade from TMB, and it is on Lele to eliminate Jota. Ex-Preasy, very important couple of rounds here that they get to secure their double digits, and probably in a really good position as a team mentally. Now Sangal, what's the answer here? Oh, it seems like the answer is a tactical pause. I'm curious right after, how are they gonna deal with it? Surely, you know, they're talking about that situation and saying that, come on, let's not lose rounds where we have a lot of advantage. Let's not lose 5-on-2s. Maybe if we get to a 5-on-2 situation, try and play a little bit safer, try and play off of each other. As the timer is running, we're going to be moving into round 17.
Looking actually quite scary now, Ex-Preasy. Just showing how really punishing MR12 can be. You know, it was only a second ago that this was tied up 6 apiece. You win the pistol, you win the follow-up, you win the buy round. And it's 10-6 just like that. Big opening shot as well. Samy's not able to deliver. He was fantastic in that first map, but here on Vertigo, really struggling to find his feet. Oh, Borop's going to follow up with one more. Xfloud needs to deliver, but has to turn the flash. Actually, a good rotation flash from his teammate. Gave him an opportunity, but doesn't quite seize it. Only good for one. And this is done. This is just done. Ex-Preasy are looking so much better here on this T side.
Youngster just trying to save the ult for his teammate, but someone's waiting for him around the corner. Youngster not even gonna get a shot off TMB. Instant headshot. You might be right. It might be over right now. Ex-Preasy just not lifting their foot off the gas. Once again awarded, I'm gonna say actually awarded that round at 2-1-5. And because of that, they just keep the ball rolling. 11-6. Sangal yet to claim a round on the CT side. It's back to a half buy. It should be Ex-Preasy on map point, and with 6 chances, it's hard not to expect them to close it out, and fairly quickly at that. Because just because of the fact of how well they've been playing on the C side, the 3-man boost towards A, but it is Ex-Preasy with a lot of presence towards the B side, and Jota. A deagle up close might not be the best idea. I've seen players there with 5-7 doing a lot of damage, but with the deagle, you gotta spray and pray. You can't really closely aim and get the headshots. Oh, and look at that. Not even getting the chance. Borup just getting the wall bang. Xcloud moving in closer to TMB, but TMB swings and gets the kill, and it should be a done deal here in round 18.
Yeah, they kind of threw all their eggs into one basket, hoping that Ex-Preasy would try and send a couple up A ramp. It just doesn't end up being the case. They read it like a book. And that's kind of the thing. When you're against an eco round here or a low buy on Vertigo, you know that the pocket play is go for the boost, right? There's so much potential on that A site to sort of go for the boost, go for these little cheeky plays. Rarely do you just 5-stack B. And therefore, it's always the right call to just waltz it in. That's what we'll see. This low buy will fall on deaf ears here. Sangal. Jackpot is finding a couple of exits now. Youngstar does do a fair bit of damage and a single kill. LNZ will be able to follow up, but it won't be a feeding frenzy on the rifles. If he kills Christu, then there's a couple of guns. He can even take that AWP. It won't be an opportunity that he gets. Either way, they've got the money to buy in. So Sammy will throw away that MP9. They'll come into this with the big guns. Go on, Xcloud. You don't want it. There we go. Throw it off the map. Get a rifle out. No contingencies. It's been 6 in a row here for Ex-Preasy, and now Sangal have to do the same just to stay afloat here on their map pick and take us to overtime.
And to be honest, it's certainly not impossible, but highly unlikely, I'm going to say. If they somehow needed 6 rounds to read the plays of Ex-Preasy and see how to react, well, that's not going to be helpful. And that kill onto Sammy will not help either. LNZ taken down by Nico. It is a dink, but Nico's still alive while LNZ isn't. 4-on-2 favoring Ex-Preasy. Youngster towards Ivy. He turns around, but he cannot get the kill onto TMB. And it's all down to Xcloud. A clutch needed, a 1-on-4. And easy up to the task. No, because Chris2 gets the wall bang. Ex-Preasy flawlessly done on the T side. No rounds conceded. And it is 13-6. It will be all tied up. And we will be seeing Anubis in this best of 3.
And you know, when you really break that down, that's insane, right?
Yeah.
The whole narrative of this was the fact that Ex-Preasy don't play Vertigo. They've got no maps on record in the last 3 months on Vertigo. We really don't know what to expect. Now, you maybe expect a half-decent CT side because that's just bare-bones Counter-Strike. But to move over to the second half, to move over to your T side and just have a flawless affair, take 7 rounds in a row, I mean, I just don't know where that's come from. That's so surprising to me. But yeah, incredible stuff. And they've done very, very well. They're sort of backs against the wall. They come out swinging there on that second map, and I'm impressed. I'm excited to see what they can do in the third.
Oh yeah, that Anubis should be a very exciting map to close it out here, because Ex-Preasy, they have played it 2 times. You know, they did win against Zero Tenacity, but lost against Permita. I'm gonna tell you, Zero Tenacity have a pretty good Anubis as well. Sangal, they have played this map before. Their 2 latest results are wins. Also, 13-2 against Alliance. That is very promising, but we're gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen on Anubis. We will be taking about a 10-minute break, but when we come back, we're gonna see who's gonna win between Sangal and Ex-Preasy on Anubis. We'll be right back.
Tired of boring case openings? Do you always get only cheap skins? The Hellcase website has tons of options to upgrade your inventory. It's up to you to participate in giveaways, events, or compete with other players in opening cases. Hellcase, your world of expensive skins.
Do you have any unnecessary skins or want to sell them? Try Skinplace. Visit the website, select the skins you want to use. Easily fill your Steam trade link. Make sure we offer good prices and choose a payment method. Hit the button and boom! Instant cash. Safety. Low commissions. Instant payouts. Skinplace.
Welcome back, everybody. We just saw a bit of a wild second map, one in which Preasy snatched it their way in a fashion that we were not expecting. We now go to this third and final. It's Anubis, and it's stronghold-ish for both sides. So I'm interested to see which way it's going to lean. Obviously, Preasy have got the wind in their sails. They've got a bit of momentum. We'll see how much that counts for. Pop, how are you feeling about this one? Which way do you think it might lean?
Gonna be honest, I've seen Sangal play against Zero Tenacity, managing to win this map barely, 13 to 11, and it looks pretty strong. It looks pretty strong, I'm gonna be honest. They also did pretty well on the CT side. Of course, doing better on the T side as it is a T-sided map. But I gotta give it to them. They even though it's a 44% win rate, it still looks pretty good, and it's the second most played map, tied up with Nuke for Sangal. And just because we don't have that much information on Ex-Preasy, I am going to expect Sangal to do pretty well. Also, as well, Ex-Preasy, percentage-wise, they do better on the CT side, which is kind of unexpected. So I do expect Sangal to take this one, but not without a fight. I mean, Ex-Preasy, we didn't really have a lot to go off of on Vertigo, and they still managed to do really well. So I think they will put up a fight, but I think Sangal has got this one kind of secured. More or less. You might be muted for me only. Not exactly sure. It's okay. I'll just as long as we're on cam, I know when when you're talking and when you're not. Yeah, it might be. It might be on our side. I mean, on the caster's side. It's okay. Anyway, we should be getting into the game soon. Of course, it is the third map, so it is a knife round being played out. So that's also gonna take a part. I mean, if you do win the knife round, I guess you want to start on the T side, as it is the favored side of the map. I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know either, MJ. It's weird because before he was muted to the stream for a little bit, and well, that usually, you know, that sometimes happens. But if he's muted only to me, there we go. I can hear one. No, we are ready. There we go. Everyone can hear MJ now.
We're winning! We're winning! We're winning! I don't know what happened there. That was really strange. Everything just went red. But anyway, into the third and final map of this series. It is going to be Ex-Preasy starting off on their CT side. Now, Anubis is a map that a lot of teams have been favouring their attack on. It's actually the most T-sided map in the pool here in CS2. And, well, maybe we'll get to see why. Not in a pistol round, though. TMB, Borup, chomping down early. A couple of really nice headshots to get things rolling. And a 5v3 right off the bat. Only seconds into the round starting.
Yeah, and if we take it all only by the percentages, it should be a very interesting first half, because both teams are on their respective favorite side. But now, oh, TMB finds one through the smoke. This one should be very important for LNZ, but he loses that duel. And Youngster, he's in a 1-on-3. He has a molly, and he has the bomb on his back. But he's even able to get the bomb planted. The molly for a main. We're gonna try to push in. TMB, he's here to get another headshot, and he's gonna be able to do it. A triple kill for TMB, and very nicely done. He really wants that P250, but the bomb was denying it. It will be the defuse in the end from Chris2, and Ex-Preasy will be walking away with the piston round. So Sangal got off to a rough start. I mean, TMB found the first kill, a very nice headshot, and that makes the case that it's not going to be easy for Sangal, even though they're starting on the favorite side of the map. Ex-Preasy, they know their way around the CT side.
They certainly seem to. At least a good start in the pistol round, right? And this is kind of one of those things where I don't want to say you don't want to put too much weight behind it, you don't want to ride it off, but they got very, very aggressive, and it was just individuals hitting their shots. How repeatable that is and how that comes into play in the buy rounds is a very different question. Nico getting aggressive from mid. I don't think his head was spotted there. So yeah, he will have the timing. LNZ falls. There is another that slipped through the cracks. It's Samey, low on health, but rotation's already coming over to this B site to help out Analele, but they might be a little too late because the site's already been cracked open.
Now coming in for the retake is not going to be easy. 3-on-4. There's not a smoke for Cave, so that makes it even harder. Crease 2 is just has to wait out the smoke, and I think they pulled the plug. I think they're just going to try and save Next Cloud. Oh, he's going to fall to the FAMAS, and does that get them another chance into this one? I doubt it. No defuse kit. Not enough time to get the ball rolling, but they do get 3 more kills, and that is a lot of damage. Chris too. Is he able? Yeah, he's able to take down Sammy. So they clear all of the T's, but they're not able to get to the bomb and get the defuse. So it's still gonna be the round for Sangal, but it's gonna be very costly. Like, they just won the round, and LNZ is on 35.50. So he's not gonna be able to buy an AK. He's just gonna get himself a Galil. It's not gonna be the best buy in the world, but they're still gonna be happy that they won the round. So once again, playing a part into this second round win is the fact that you get a lot of money, even if you lose the round, but you get to plan the bomb in the pistol round. So that makes it very, very competitive for the CTs to kind of have to win the second round as well, because otherwise it can go south pretty quickly. If they lose this one, Ex-Preasy, they're going to be in an eco.
Yeah, this is an important round here for Ex-Preasy to convert after the loss in the last. Now, obviously, holding on to those rifles, making things expensive for Sangal, does them a lot of favours, but only if they convert here, right? It all kind of goes out the window if they lose this round, because then they're down to no money. Sangal can recuperate their economic losses by just farming the pistols in the follow-up. Looking over towards this A side of things right now. Sangal playing nice and slow. There's a lot of control, a lot of space being given up here for Ex-Preasy. Snapped right back by Nico, but right the other way very quickly as Jota follows up with a headshot. What a transfer, it's beautiful.
Now we're 4-on-2. TMB and Lele, though, they are getting close to that con position, and Jota almost going down, but still, it's such a hard retake. Once again, no defuse kit, so I think it's already settled. I think they're just gonna be saving those 2 weapons, because again, out of money, they need whatever they can get into the next round. So Sangal, they will be taking the lead here pretty early on. No one else dying to the bomb explosion, which is very important, because Sangal want to get their economy going as well. As for if Ex-Preasy are able to get around, not to force them into an eco. So Ex-Preasy, this is just going to be an eco for them. It's going to be some pistols alongside the 2 weapons. And once again, I feel like whenever you have, you know, a couple of weapons saved, or even a single weapon saved, it's very, I felt like the way to go is to kind of bait your teammates with the pistols and then try to trade. I haven't really seen a lot of teams do that, but I've seen both Ex-Preasy and Sangal try and do that as well, and it was
kind of working, right? They were getting a lot of damage done. Sure, the round maybe is not won at the end of the day, but you are still getting a lot of damage done. So we'll see if they'll still go with the same kind of game plan for those eco rounds. While Sangal, they're just defaulting it out, waiting for Ex-Preasy to make the wrong move or overextend a little bit and try and profit off of that. But Ex-Preasy, they're playing it pretty safe here. As I say that, they try to push into B main, so maybe not that safe.
Oh well. Considering they had a couple of rifles in play here, this feels like a bit of a throwaway, but TMB, aggressive from main, actually gonna hold down the spray control at that range. Unbelievable. Brings things back into a 2-on-2. Nico's been able to go and grab himself a gun as well. Obviously no Kevlar behind it, but this is plausible if they speed things up here. TMB is running all the way back to the A site, so I'm not sure about this. It's like he's going for the save, but he's not. He's just routing a new entry point, but with no kits, this is cooked. They've left this too late. So, yeah, exit's kind of the best they can hope for, to be honest.
Getting 2 rifles out of this round wouldn't be too bad at all for Ex-Preasy, but I feel like once they brought it into the 2-on-2, had they played that together in connector and just tried to fly out for the trade, they actually could have had a decent chance of pulling that their way.
Yeah, TMB. A quad kill in the end for him. And a lot of damage once again. The thing is, I was thinking maybe a potential play would have been for, you know, Nico just to barrel through the B main and get the attention of the players in CT, and then TMB can backstab them.
But I think it was just too long of a rotation in the end, and just a defuse kit would have been a huge difference in already 2 of those rounds, even though they didn't really have
The money to spend it, and they couldn't have predicted that they would get into those kind of situations. But this time around, they do have a couple of defuse kits in case they were needed. But it's still a full buy with ops on both sides, and I'm very interested to see the duel between Sammy and Chris2 on this map as well. Borup, for now, all by himself, but Chris2 does rotate into heaven with the op being posted up towards A main, and it might be hard for Sangal to push through without a flash. Although they are paying attention to mid as well, where Nico is waiting. Sammy did take some damage from Molly. Nico with a good kill onto Jota, putting some more pressure onto Sangal, as they have yet to start their attack towards A side.
Oh, spots him. You see how much speed he got on that? Hit a weird little B-hop, but actually managed to fly around. Almost caught by X-Floud, but somehow not anticipated. Nico pokes out, finds the head. Ex-Preasy keeping this nice and close. So the 2-man advantage, they should be able to pull this their way. But, I mean, to be fair, I feel like a fool saying that, because how many times this game, especially over on Vertigo, and even on Ancient, to be honest, we saw these hugely advantageous scenarios where it's like a 4v2, 5v2, and it's clawed right back the other way. These teams seem to struggle maintaining their composure when they do have these advantageous positions. Nico, a good angle here. Flash around the corner, smoke to go with it. 1 for 1, but might not be good enough.
Flash comes in. Oh, and there it is. Borup swinging out Sammy. What a shot from Sammy, but Chris2 manages to trade an Ex-Preasy. And they will answer back after those ecos, not allowing Sangal to get away with a lot of rounds. And
I mean, as long as you get around 5 or 6 rounds of CT, you should still be feeling confident. Even though in the past 2 matches for Ex-Preasy, they didn't really get all of their rounds, or most of their rounds, on the favored side of the map. Overall, on the D side, they could still do it here. Now, Sangal, they force up with a couple of Mac 10s and 3 Take 9s, and you would expect a fast grouped up play, right? But they're still split up. I guess the best player you can surprise with this kind of a loadout is the Opper. Now, Chris2's in B, and he's gonna have some help in case they start pushing that way. So Sangal, they are taking their time with a potential fast execution. It does look like a B split, though. So, with that being said, with well-placed flashes, it can turn into a very scary round for Ex-Preasy.
Certainly could. Well-timed Molly, though. They're actually going to try and play through it. They'll take a whole load of damage sponged up before walking into the rifles. But still, 1 for 1. Oh, what a nade. Blows the smoke wide open. Gristo's going to hit the collat. Spams to deny the plant. His crosshairs a tad too high, but it doesn't matter. TMB will catch him as he comes off of it. And it all falls onto the shoulders of LNZ. Any kind of damage is good damage. There's the first. Sends it through the smoke. Takes another. Makes things very spicy for a couple of seconds. And very expensive for the CT side, but it still won't be a round that goes their way. As Preasy will tie things up 3 apiece. And unfortunately, right, if that was sort of a half buy, then they're rolling in the cash. But they were fully invested into that, so still not going to be enough to buy into this one. They are going to have to allow Preasy this lead. That was a real low blow. At a strong point in the round when it was looking like there's a chance they could take it their way. Chris2 blowing open the smoke and hitting that collat is insult to injury.
I think it was a little bit unfortunate for LNZ as well, because he pushed through the smoke, but when we turned around after the double kill, there was no more smoke left. If there still was the smoke there, he could have had a pretty good chance of going back through it and trying to reposition. In the meantime, Ex-Preasy, I like how even against the pistols, they're not scared of taking the gunfights, right? Although they do lose Nico, right? It was X-Cloud to push through the smoke and get the headshot. They're still looking for more kills. Now it may backfire, although, as I say that, Borup pushes through A main and he surprises both of the remaining players. So they do lose a couple of players, but it's still okay for Ex-Preasy. They win the round, they get themselves in the lead, and now it's another big test because they are against a full buy at a Sangal. And if they manage to deal with this one right, we could even see Ex-Preasy securing 6 in this first half, which is, for a T-sided map, a very good result in the first 12. Although, you know, anything can still happen, right? No op on the side of Sangal, though. And I gotta say, I do remember Sammy hitting an insane shot on this map against Zero Tenacity. Just an insane one-on-one peek. He had no idea where the enemy was. Just quick flick, and it was the kill. So maybe we can see that from him as well. Once again, Nico, second time around, he pushes through and he gets the kill.
Wow.
Look at X-Cloud. Oh my god, what an important double kill.
The first on the trade isn't anything too flashy, right? He's got the information as Nico's got aggressive, but the second is unbelievable. If he can follow up with more here, it'd be insane. Can't save Jota's life, but keeps the numbers in their favor. The 3v2 doesn't look like Analela and Christo want anything to do with this. I think Analela wouldn't mind it. He's got the rifle, but yeah, Christo with that AWP, not the weapon for the job. So they will back off. They'll allow Sangal to tie things back up, but scrappy, contentious, reminiscent of what we saw in the first half of Vertigo. It's what you want to see on a third map, to be honest. Either one of these two teams just running away with it would be anticlimactic. On exit duty, Analele will take one more to the grave. Of course, they're keen to trade this. They don't want to lose their life in the process. There you go. X-Cloud will find him. Him and LNZ will stay afloat. Decent bit of money to be carried through. And only the AWP into the next tier for the CT side. They will be able to buy around it, but yeah, again, expensive. Right down to 0 once again.
Now, Sangal, I'm curious if... I mean, I want to say I'm curious if they want to, you know, try and hang back a little bit, try and surprise Ex-Preasy, because, you know, Ex-Preasy, they're expecting a potential quick peek, and look at that, Priest 2. That's exactly what he's expecting.
Not phased at all. It was X-Cloud jumping, and Christo was like, no, I'll just hang on to the angle. I'll see if I can get something out of this. And well, he does. Sammy going down. And
you mentioned this in the previous map, right? Sammy, in the first map, he was doing really well. In the second one, he was a little bit silent. And so far, in the third one, 8 rounds played. Or, this is the 9th, right? But he went down 8 times. Not a lot of impact with the op. And you want your opper to have a lot of impact. Especially in... on this kind of maps, right, where long-range duels do tend to happen quite often. But in the meantime, Sangal, as they're down a player, they're trying to get an answer back. They're trying to get a trade. LNZ inside the cave, blocked by the molly, and the smoke in B main does slow down Sangal quite a lot. They're trying to do a B split, and Youngster and Jota, they're doing a good job. But can they find the Lele as well? They can. Youngster, what a shot. Very important one as well. And Bora, seems like they made him as well.
Anytime he's called upon, he really does deliver. And here, once again, just smashing heads. Taking no prisoners. Double kill to solidify things here. Jota chipping in with 1. And of course, once again, it is Borup and Christo to just fall away with this. And it's quite crazy to look at it. Like, after 9 rounds, Christo's got 3 deaths. And it's just because in so many of these scenarios, it's not because he's playing crazy well. I mean, he's not having a bad start to the game, don't get me wrong, but it's just because in so many of these scenarios, the site's lost, there's no opportunity for a retake, and he's forced to go and save that AWP. It takes a lot of discipline to do that over and over again, right? But it's awkward. It's awkward. He's not really been able to have a huge amount of impact with it. It's a kill here and there. Obviously, we saw that massive double to hold the round together on that B site. But at least in these last couple, it's been a recurring theme of just having to fall away and save it.
Also, I want to quickly mention once again that it is the 0-1 game right now. And, you know, you lose this one, you're not eliminated, right? But you are very close. You're getting very close to it. Because if you lose this one, you go to the 0-2 bracket. And you have to win 3 best of 3s in a row to make it to the playoffs. Otherwise, you lose one more, you're eliminated. And yeah, sure, technically, if you go to the 0-2 bracket, you get the easiest opponents out of the whole bracket, right? Because the 2-0, you can consider 2-0 the hardest and 0-2 the easiest, quote-unquote. But at the same time, you can't really base your plays over on this. Look at the flank here, though. Jota will be taken down by Lily. There's a couple of players pushing in from behind. Ex-Cloud, well, he expects TMB as well. LLNZ is looking to help out his teammate. There we go. There's the kill. B side completely open, and they can just walk in there. But yeah, once again, it might not be the best start of the best start if you go down to 0-2. 1-1, it's not the end of the world, right? Because 2 losses from going out, 2 wins from going through. So it's still very important to see exactly what position you're in regarding with the tournament. As X-Cloud gets himself a double kill, and that's the final nail in the coffin. And Chris too, once again, trying to save because there's nothing really that he can do, right? Don't get me wrong, he could win the round. Potentially, technically, but realistically, he's gone.
He's called it off. And the thing is with it, right, is, again, it's another one of those rounds where he's forced to save, but Sangal have hit this point in the half where they have actually got enough money to say, screw it, we're not just going to let him save this AWP every round. We've got the cash to be able to hunt him down, and that's exactly what they do, and they do so well. So, yeah, 1 casualty to be able to get rid of that sniper. They'll be more than happy to take it. Now, interestingly, Christo's actually got just about enough cash to pull out another one, so whilst they might expect not to be up against an AWP here, that's actually not going to be the case. He will be getting aggressive into a main. Playing in front of the smoke, ballsy. They want to be on the receiving end of it, though. Sangal instead are going to take some control towards mid. A brilliant flashbang. Nico sent packing.
Now, they're going to be trying to move through the smoke here, but someone's waiting on the other side. In the meantime, Chris too, nice shot on the youngster. Forum still behind the smoke, taken out by LNC. And there's a missed shot from Chris too. They take him down. Good shoulder peeks from Sammy. Very nicely done. And there's no way on Lele and TMB are still going for this one. 2-on-4, yeah, sure. It's not, you know, the hardest situation in the world. We've seen them win 2-on-5s as well. But at the same time, they are out of money. So they need to save those 2 weapons for the last round of the first half. Sangal able to get themselves up to 7, considering it was just 4-3 just a little bit ago. You know, Ex-Preasy were looking pretty good, but now Sangal, they kicked it into second gear, and they keep surprising Ex-Preasy, right? Those flashes in mid, Nico, he saw nothing. He was stuck in the corner,
And it feels like Sangal at one point, right? They realized it in the freeze time. They realized, look, this is what we have to do to win, and they keep doing it, and they're doing it really well. So we were gonna be moving into the last round of the first half with Sangal
clearly winners of the first half. Oh my god, what a shot from X-Cloud. A little bit lucky, but you know, it's part of the game.
It's actually a pretty big kill as well. Means they only carry across 1 rifle going into the final of the half. They only have the 2,900 loss bonus, so not in a position to comfortably reinvest. It'll be 2 M4A1Ss, 2 FAMASs, an MP9, a major lack of util. Yeah, ridiculous shot from X-Cloud at the end there. Nice to see him firing on all cylinders after a bit of a quiet series. Oh, that felt a little too aggressive from Preasy. They had the right read, but the spacing was off, peeking in 1 by 1. Jota tagged down low, of course, but a 4v2. Certainly nothing to brag about. Nico trying to play through the smoke's got to try and recover this, but poor timing. Oh, no, actually, does find it.
Gets Nicky as well. There we go, Nico. Can he get the quad kill?
What?
Oh, he lines them up! Oh my, what a fumble! From Sangal! Oh god, it was done. But they line up for him.
Ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. They knew where he was as well, so there's really no excuse for that. That should have been 8-4. Off of Nico's heroics. They are able to pull it their way, but still Sangal Off to a good start. 7 of 5. They can take a pistol here as well. They're going to be feeling strong, but not a round that Nico should have been getting away with. That is unbelievable.
Oh my, well, I did want to point out that peek into B main, you know, you said it was very disjointed, they peeked in one by one, but I respect the try. What's TMB doing though? Because his teammate is fighting 2 players, and X-Cloud, he's gonna get a kill into peaks too. And they're getting aggressive here. Sangal, Nico, he's the master of the pistol rounds. We've seen him on Vertigo. He got himself a quad kill. Can he get one here as well? LNC just waiting inside the smoke. Nico this time denied by Sammy. Looking for more. Sammy with the USB. TMB is the final player standing. And they're looking for the last kill. There's blood in the water, and Sammy is gonna get himself a triple with Sangal securing the pistol round.
Wow, that is just ridiculous. Even after the way that started as well, for Sangal to pull it back in their favor. Look at this, right? After the double kill from the Glocks, you're expecting not only the round win, but definitely at least the pistol. Sorry, at least the bomb plant. They just don't get that at all.
Yeah.
They're so far from it. The USP is crisp on the retake, and it wasn't even a retake. They were back in there before it was even needed. Just going to be a full eco here for Preasy. A good opportunity for Sangal to take 9. Farm a bit of cash as well. Decent damage early with the nade. TMB and Nico down to 30 HP each. Oh, Jota definitely saw a barrel. Check below you, my friend. Lele's there, and he's patient with the Glock, but yeah, doesn't hit the mark.
Yeah, youngster's gonna have a talk with Jota after the game is over. Make sure you check your angles. I nearly went down to a Glock. Borok just hiding behind the umbrella. That's probably not bulletproof.
Oh.
And Jota, long range duel, and he gets it. You know, flawless round. All of the kills went to the MP9s, which is very good. That's a lot of extra money. And now Ex-Preasy, they will be able to get the buy going. I think they heavily need this one. If this one goes out, it's Sangal on 11, and that is a very scary prospect for Ex-Preasy, considering it is the final map of the best of 3.
Yeah, absolutely. AWP out here for the CT side as well, a luxury that the T's can't afford, and Sammy puts his foot down hard to get things going. Flash in. Oh, wow, TMB even more blinded. The nice opening, but trade right back the other way. Youngster picks up the AWP, shows how capable he is on it as well. Multiple strong snipers. Flashbang completely misses. What the hell was that supposed to be? It wasn't even a pop flash into main. It was a pop flash into deep water. And well, anyway, refrag back the other way. Bomb drop. So still looking very promising here for Sangal. Oh wow, youngster, what a shot! This kid's unstoppable.
He's not even the AWPer. And he's still delivering. Now Nico, 1 on 3, bomb down. Being camped by Sangal. And yeah, this is bad. Out of money. I guess in this kind of situation you want to save the weapon. So that you can make it competitive a little bit in the next round. Because otherwise it's just going to be pistols. I mean, sure, again, there's chances that you can win the round, but...
It's a tough call, and the problem is because he won't get any money to come with it, right? So they've got a little bit of a loss bonus building up because obviously they lost the pistol and they haven't put a round on the board on the T side yet. But yeah, if he stays alive here, then his teammates will get, I think, 2,400 to come in this next round. He won't see a penny of that. And then when it comes down to the follow-up round, unless they can get a bomb plant, unless he can get a couple of kills and bring something into this next round, then... yeah, in the buy, he'll be on 2,900. Oh, in fact, no, they get 2,900 this round. Okay, all right. So he'll have 34. So he'll be down to a Galil. Not the end of the world, I guess, but still, not ideal.
Well, I mean, they could even force, considering they have 34, if they're able to plant the bomb. They should be able to buy, considering that they're not getting the round in the bag, though. So it's kind of a half buy. TMB got himself a Galil, bought up with a Mac 10. And now, I'm really curious to see what the plan is. If they want to split into B. For now, they're waiting for Sangal to be aggressive, but this is not the time to be aggressive for Sangal, to be honest. They're in a very good spot. They have 3 players towards B as well, so if they're playing here, you should have this one covered. DMB trying to find an angle. I think he might have spotted LNZ, but at the same time, they're not really committing to it. They try to sneak in through mid. And that's where X-Cloud is waiting to see if anyone is making a move here. Shoulder peeking with a molly in hand. If Nico hits this shot, that's insane. But he won't. They will push through the molly, though, and it is X-Cloud with a double on Lily on 27. There's still a player hiding in 8. Oh, but look at Nico. Jota had to. It is unfortunate, some team damage. Look at this. Sammy hid all this time.
Yeah, he's the insurance policy. Deny that plant. That's all that's needed from him. Spams through the smoke, actually doing tons of damage. TMB on a slither of health. And they know he's here. HG should finish off the job. No, Sammy's bullet will do so instead. But Sangal still looking hot. 3 players staying alive, upgrading into that AK as well. 11-5, drawing this really close. And you know, for X-Cloud, you're just praying. If you're Ex-Preasy there, you're praying that he goes 1 for 1. Another buy to come out into this next, but it's a must-win round here for the Preasy boys. They lose it, and they're in deep, deep water.
Sangal. Couple of rounds away. This time Ex-Preasy. They're not so focused onto a single part of the map. Waiting to see if Sangal want to get aggressive. And well, Sammy, well, he gets himself into a pretty good position. Nico's pretty far away. But I think they don't really want to force the issue in mid, because that's what Ex-Preasy were doing it from time to time, and Sangal, they were able to punish it. So they're probably saying, let's not do the same. Let's just try and get ourselves into a better position. Oh, Youngster almost eliminated, getting shot in the back. Still alive, only barely. 7 HP. It's going to be a peek from TMB and a double kill. Although Sammy got a kill in mid in the meantime. B side is completely open. And Sammy is going to find another one on Jaborup. This is still doable, but Nico secures it. I'm going to say, I think he secured it right there and there with the kill, and he's going to find X-Cloud. If they find the bomb there, oh, it would have been very hard for Ex-Preasy to get it back, but a nice round in the bag nonetheless.
Yeah, I'm sat there scratching my head, to be honest, saying, why are they still fighting? Like, they're up on the B site, they've got the numbers, and they're still contesting mid. But, yeah, you're right, the bomb had actually been dropped. It was in the corner, it wasn't seen by Sangal, and had they have known it, I don't think they would have aggressed, but either way, money in the bank to reinvest. X-Cloud going to be a little strapped for cash, I think. Yeah, they sort of bought out, and now they're selling stuff and trying to sort of calculate it a little bit better. They've got a pause, they've got time to work it out. They have got a decent margin for error here as well, so if they don't want to fully invest into this and just keep around that 2.5, 3k mark, buy into the next, I don't blame them at all, and that seems to be the call here. It's a weird one, because you're sort of committing quite hard into a round that you're probably not going to win with only 2 rifles, but yeah, either way, they'll have a buy in the next, so an interesting approach, but I actually quite like it.
Now, Ex-Preasy, is this the lifeline they were looking for? That's the big question. As they're getting Nico to push through mid. And Sammy's on the other side, winning with a deagle in hand. At some point, they're bound to push through B main, Sangal, and I think that point is now to get some info. They will get a lot of info as the utility is raining in. Samey. Smoke in hand to try and deny Ex-Preasy to push through from Con. Oh, they are checking behind LNZ. And that's actually Youngster able to take down Unlele with that M4, and they're going to reposition. Not really a reason to stick around, although LNZ is going to get some more info here. TMB and T spawn. 4 on 4. Less than 50 seconds on the clock, and Ex-Preasy. It could be read like an open book here if Sangal play their cards right.
A shot from Christo.
Wrong hand, though.
The smoke out. I don't think they're going to expect Joseph to play through it, but instant trade, no trouble. Christo's going to follow up.
And well, it was a losing hand, it seems. Youngster not able to stay alive. It will be Ex-Preasy with 7. Round 19. And it is Sangal with another buy as Ex-Preasy. They are starting slowly to get themselves back into the game. But it feels like they need some really decisive rounds, right? Some really good rounds where they keep a lot of players alive, or they take the site quickly so they can instill some fear in the hearts of Sangal. Because they're not that far away still. It's 4 rounds difference between those two teams. But even still, 4 rounds can be really quick or really, really far away. Samey, good shot onto Borup, and there it is. Jota with a good timing onto Unlele. They're starting off strong here. Sangal, Youngster with one onto TMB, and Ex-Preasy. They're losing members, and they're losing them quickly. As Nico and Chris 2 are up for a 2-1-5. Not a very hard situation, but still very complicated. I think Nico has a pretty good position, but still hard to surprise everyone holding him, because there's a multitude of players, and LNZ will just shoot him in the side of the head. Crease 2 with the op. Hardest situation in CS. 1 on 5, and he might be backstabbed here by X-Floud. They're closing in on him.
Yeah, there's no way he gets out of this alive. Jota finishes him off. Christo, how many times has he tried to save this map? Successfully, quite a few, but yeah, that round, no opportunity to do so. Still enough money to pull another AWP out. But Sangal, here with 12. 5 map points, 5 chances to close. I say map point, it's a series point. It's to put them 1-1. Surely no way that they give this up. And actually quite a weak investment here for Preasy. You look at a couple of these players, they had 6k in the bank. You think, oh yeah, not a bad economy to build from. But aside from Christo's AWP, it's 3 Galils. In fact, sorry, 2 Galils. 2 AKs, a lack of util as well. Jota trying to play around this smoke. Timing's good, flashbang's better. And he will find that opening. Ooh, like the other way though.
Wants to take this duel, and Nico, that's unfortunate for him, but caught while jumping down. Player advantage for Sangal. They know TMB's in cave. They know he's been dinged, but he's been dinged only for 10 HP. Now, while they do go back to being equal, Borup has to retrieve the bomb. Sangal rotated a second player towards B. That is Sammy with the op. And is he gonna take Wonder towards Cave? Because Priest 2 is holding down the angle, and that's an easy kill. Priest 2, although LNZ manages to trade. So now, Ex-Preasy, they have a player in A main, a player in B main. TMB is here to fake. And Borup, is he gonna play towards B by himself? This push is bound to rotate someone over, but X-Floud, he's able to catch the headshot, so it's all down to Borup 1-on-2 to keep Ex-Preasy into this best of 3.
All the weight on his shoulders right now. He has got the bomb, so a bit of space, but not the time to work with. 12 seconds left, crosses, but it's going to be heard. And, well, for LNZ, he knows he has to commit to this plant, so whilst he won't be able to deny it, he'll catch him as he falls away, and 13-7, Sangal will pull it together. That's unfortunate. I think, to be honest, if Borup had a few extra seconds on that clock, he would have tapped that bomb, tried to toy with it, tried to use it to isolate one of those duels, bait out one of those players, but doesn't get given such a luxury. It's Sangal to take it 2-1. The expected outcome of the series, but maybe not in the fashion that we were expecting it to go. I'll be honest, 3 maps and quite contentious.
Yeah, I mean, we expected Sangal to take it away, but he got a lot more complicated than they probably anticipated. That Vertigo was not their best showing, but in the end, they'll be happy with the win. They will be moving into the 1-1 bracket, and Ex-Preasy into that 0-2 bracket, 1 loss away from being eliminated. That is not the spot you want to be in, but they're still not eliminated. So at least, hey, they can still make it to the playoffs. It will be the hardest road to take, but they will be the ones taking it. And that was only the first best of 3 of the day. We still have, I mean, me and MNG, we still have 1 more best of 3 to cast, and it's going to be 3 overall, but it's going to be another pair of casters taking you through the last 2 best of 3s of the day. We're going to be looking forward for the game between Nexus and Illuminati, and that should be just as interesting, if not more interesting than this one, don't you think, MNG?
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got 2 very established rosters, right, versus a team that are a mumbo-jumbo sort of glued together last-minute roster. I mean, they gave us a fair showing, to be fair, Ex-Preasy, and obviously excellent talent individually. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting game, Nexus Illuminar. I think Nexus should definitely have the advantage, but we'll have to wait and see how they perform on the server. That's going to wrap things up for the first series, though, folks. We're going to go to another break. Should be around about 20 minutes or so, and we'll be back with the second series of the day. So go grab yourself a snack, but don't go too far, because you don't want to miss it.
You look into your inventory, and there's only... It's time to forget about this garbage. Here you will find everything to play with really cool skins. Open top cases. Upgrade dropped skins and turn your junk into a cool gun using the contract system. Every day, thousands of people upgrade their inventory with us. Hellcase.com. Look at yourself in a new way.
Do you have any unnecessary skins or want to sell them? Try Skinplace. Visit the website, select the skins you want to use. Easily fill your Steam trade link. Make sure we offer good prices and choose a payment method. Hit the button and boom, instant cash. Safety. Low commissions. Instant payouts. Skinplace.